Bitch, but no one else has got a shock collar strapped around their neck like I do. So
let's before, I ain't a bitch like you, bitch boy.
All right, let me tell you something, Jake. You earned the name Shaky Jakey because you had an effing seizure and almost crapped your pants when
you earned the name bitch boy because you're a bitch.
No one earned the name bitch boy.
Bitch boy.
All right, let's not get stuck on bitch boy.
Contortions.
We're going to have
body moving
5 buzzwords, so you can submit now on the text line what buzzwords you would like us to choose, but there's going to be 5 buzzwords, and if Klein says any of them, he will get a shock while he tries the $20 strawberry.
Now, this strawberry, if you're wondering why anyone would pay $20 for a strawberry, it's because they're probably an idiot, but these are like individually packaged. This thing comes in its own bulletproof case, it looks like. It's got a dome on it.
Yeah, and just, I know it's easy to make fun of a $19 strawberry, but if you listen to this is from a Japanese high-end fruit importer named John Kim of LEMI Farms, and it is grown at a farm called Anahai in Tojichi Prefecture, which is known as Strawberry Kingdom. So you're having the best of the best, and you're not even supposed to touch this thing with your bare hands until you're planning on eating it, and it has been breathing at room temperature for the last 15 to 30 minutes, which is how you're supposed to enjoy it because it brings out the aroma and sweetness.
Before I take it out of its bulletproof case and we start the high voltage food. Strawberry looks like. From the outside, it looks, Allie, like any other strawberry. I mean, it's a big one.
Pretty good.
It looks big and plump and juicy, but, that looks like every box of strawberries usually get 1 or 2 like this and then a bunch of, like, runts at the bottom.
That is definitely the strawberry I look for in the box.
Right, this is a good one.
And they always put that one on the top, and then they save the disgusting ones for the bottom.
We will read the buzzwords in a moment. I need to turn my headphones off so I can't hear what they are. That way I will not be influenced. Also, just want to mention, before we start this high voltage food review, thank you to reporter KNX who was able to intercept the shipment before they even made it to Air One.
Reporter KNX? Who's that?
Thank you for KNX reporter.
Reporter at KNX.
She's literally looking at us through the window, appalled. Thank you, Shar.
Who got us this berry. This is a very hard thing to get right now. Allie, do you want to give
you're just nervous.
Of course. I don't like having a shock collar on my neck.
Okay, all right. Turn his headphones to a different thing.
Hold on. The prongs are digging deep into my back of my neck, spinal cord area.
Great.
So I just want you to know,
Thank
Allie,
you.
before you get a little heavy finger with the button. That's not a fat joke. You did it. You did it, you bitch. You bitch.
Every time you complain, I will turn it up. How's that?
I was not saying you're heavy. I said you have a heavy finger, and you don't need to push the thing for that. You just need to...
Fat shaming her finger.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I didn't even do it.
Yeah, you did that time.
No,
You did.
I didn't. I just hovered over it. Oh, my God. All right.
That's how fat your finger is. You hovered over it. It went off.
Okay.
All right.
Keep going. I'm the one with the remote.
All right.
Okay, turn his headphones so now he can't hear us. Okay.
Tell me when you're done.
Klein,
give me
can you hear
up.
it? Okay.
When you're done, give me thumbs up.
All right, thank you for all the submissions on the text line. I think the buzzwords that we're going to go with are juicy, sweet, fruity, and then just some of the words that I know he's going to resort to. Wow. Yeah. And we're just going to go with good because let's face it, in the Turtle Reading Group, you don't have the best vocabulary. All right, we can turn his headphones back to the show. Klein, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
It took a long time. That was just 5 words?
Yeah, it was 5 words.
All right.
It didn't take a long time at all. What? Hit him again, Allie.
Oh, my God. You are the most critical person I know. I swear to God. I'm going to get so much joy out of this.
Before you hit the button again, please do not. Please do not. Can you put the remote down while I just say this thing?
No.
And then we'll do it. Please do not hit.
Now you're making this take long.
I just want to say...
I want Jake to take over control. I don't think he'd be as nice as Allie.
I think it's interesting, Allie.
I am being nice.
Please don't hit
you're
it.
being too nice.
I'm saying a nice thing to you. I love you. I think it's interesting.
Hit him, Allie.
Do not. God damn it. Allie, I just want to say something. The reason this show is so effed up is that this...
Effed up! Hit him, Allie!
No, I didn't say anything. Is because this strawberry...
Hit him, Allie!
This strawberry is supposed to be, like, for people, the greatest moment of their day. Like, to try it is a whole journey, and the $20... We have made it a unlikable thing now. You were going to probably...
Thank you for explaining the bit.
Great.
Can we just get into it now?
What the hell? What was that?
It's time
Take
for...
it out.
No,
Okay,
do not
no.
hit me. Do not hit me. We got to play the Offspring, and then we'll have to do the high voltage.
Oh,
review.
my God.
We got it. We're way behind.
We are not. We're
All right.
fine.
All right, fine. All right, fine. Here we go. We're just going to get it done with.
Let's do it.
High voltage review.
All right, let the review begin. You know the buzzwords. Listen along. Every time I hear one, I will give Klein a shock. And this is Klein trying the viral $19 strawberry that is imported from Japan and currently on sale. Not on sale, but for sale at Erewhon.
Definitely not on sale. Good evening, and welcome to the High Voltage Food Review here at KROQ, where we have the ability to try delicious and potentially good foods. Ah! Shoot! Drop the goddamn strawberry.
almost dropped this bag.
I caught it in my hand, even though I'm not supposed to touch it. All right, I won't say that word again.
What are you smelling?
The berry is, so far, just taking it out of the container. It is a very floral, almost fruity. Ah! Smell. But it does smell like other similar fruits.
All right, give it a try.
It's like burning in the back of my neck now.
Okay.
I will take my first bite now of the viral $20 straw.
All right, he's taking his first bite. Oh, there's a lot of slobber there. That seemed like a little too much moisture. Thoughts?
It is a delicious journey
What?
of
Delicious journey.
flavors.
It just started.
And I will and it is very, very
What does it taste like?
it's juicy on the inside. Fun!
All right.
God damn it.
What are you tasting? What are some of the
Okay.
flavors? What makes it different than other strawberries, Klein?
It's got, let me tell you so right now. 'Cause I know what I can't say. It is, like, think of it's yummy,
Okay.
but also delicate. Delicate to the taste. So much so that it almost tastes like there are like 1,000 little strawberries that are dancing. Can't do the word of the thing. And it's got to be over a minute, guys.
No, it doesn't start till your first bite, so you have a couple
I've had
seconds
a lot
left.
more bites.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Official review?
Worth $20? Absolutely not. Is it sweet and nice? Sure. Is it juicy? Yeah, it's a little juicy.
All right.
You missed a word, Allie.
I did?
Yep.
What did he say that I
He
missed?
said sweet.
Damn it.
Thank you, Jake.
Goodbye. Stupid. That's
All
it.
right, now you can play the Offspring.
And let me say something right. God, can't get the stupid thing off my fat neck.
Oh,
Hit him again, fat neck.
No, do not. Do not. Stuck in this.
you can't get
God damn it. All right, that's a lot. That's a lot of hype for nothing.
All
I mean,
right.
it's great. It's tasty. Thank you.
Really? You think it's a lot of hype for nothing? Is it the best strawberry you've ever had? Come on. Now that you have the collar off, be real.
The best strawberry I ever had has to be smothered in chocolate or whipped cream or
or
powdered
putting a
sugar.
daiquiri or something. Really?
Yeah, or daiquiri. Is it a sweet strawberry? Yeah, sure. If I got this in a fruit salad, would I stop eating the salad and go, whoa, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
Right.
That must be from Kyoto, Japan. And I'll tell you one thing. I didn't really enjoy it when I was getting electricity shot through my body.
You got a lot of it in your teeth.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Huh? That's good. So I'm going to keep that there forever. That's very expensive.
That's worth $1.
This has been your high voltage food review on KROQ.
KROQ, World Famous Klein Alley Show. KROQ. 106.7 FM. Mornings on KROQ.
after 10 p.m. Sunday night. Shaka, shaka.
Why don't you shut up, Jake?
Sometimes I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go. Yes, I do. So I turn on the Klein and Alley Show.
Sit on the face.
Give me some Klein and Alley Show.
Peanut fish, peanut fish, peanut fish.
Give me some Klein and Alley Show.
It's not Rag Lady.
Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show.
Hey.
I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show.
I'm not saying I'm drunk, but I feel it.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah. Good morning. Welcome back to it. A new week can begin here on the world famous KROQ. On a Monday, it is Klein Alley Show. Big announcement coming up. 8 a.m. this morning. Where will you go to next? It's KROQ's Mile High Club. New band, new destination. Allie, I forgot. I didn't look at the sheet yet, but are we going international or are we going national on this trip?
We are going international.
Whoa. Get ready for that. International travel in your future with a KROQ band you'll want to see in a land far, far away. All those details coming up in less than 2 hours.
Not to give it away, but it's a place you've been.
I haven't been to that many places.
No, you haven't.
Is it a place that I liked or a place that I was mad about going to?
Oh, no, it was a place that you liked very much. And if anyone else has not been there, I'm sure they will have an equally good time.
All right. Well, now I'm going to stick around and listen.
Well, you should know. It's on a paper.
I know, but I couldn't read it. Too many words on a Monday morning, too early. And by the way, last night, I know you didn't feel it, but for anyone who was living in the vicinity of the Valley, North Hollywood, Burbank, I felt it strong in Studio City. But, man, that was a rumbler. And I was thinking about Jake and his little Jake shed. The guy lives in like a garden shed in the back of the house. That thing is not built for anything over a 1.0. So
Kibby was freaked out.
Did your place stand or does your place need to be rebuilt?
We will rebuild.
Okay, great.
I'm sure some of your tchotchkes fell over.
Here, I'm going to donate some toothpicks to your cause.
That's very nice of you, Omar.
Yeah, one of my rocks tipped over.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Imagine Jake's, of all the places, he's got like octopuses and jars of formaldehyde all over. Like, that's the worst thing to have. Like,
I think all the formaldehyde would probably preserve that place pretty well, right? In a disaster.
Yeah, they find Jake like 35 years in the future.
Encrusted in amber.
Like the worst Iceman ever.
Yeah. Jake, were you, it's funny because Allie feels earthquakes all the time and comes in here and I'm super jealous because she's like, man, last night we got one at night and 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I know, like 11:30 and the next morning at 6:30. But I find it interesting that you felt it and then couldn't sleep all night.
Well, for the first...
I've like, every time I feel them, I'm like, oh, and then I go back to sleep.
Allie, the first thing that happened, because it was a weird one, it was kind of like a really aggressive, like that.
Was it short or long?
Short.
Super short.
But very like aggressive. And the first thing my wife turns to me, because she was kind of already asleep, and she wakes up, she goes, ew, gross. She thought...
Is she talking about you?
Yeah, she thought that I farted her awake.
No, she didn't. She was just saying you gross.
Oh, well, in that case. I was like, no, because I said to her, I go, what do you mean, ooh, gross? That was an earthquake. She goes, no, it wasn't. You just farted. And I said, and then how embarrassing was it that I had to like wait for the news feed to pop up so I could show her, look, 3'9", a mile from here.
I'm proud if someone thought one of my farts was an earthquake.
Yeah, I was disgusted with my own self. And I was like, it was an earthquake. She's like, all right, well, stop doing that. And I was like, I didn't do it.
It's the earth.
I had nothing to do with it. So anyway, we will rebuild, survive, and we got a good show planned for you today. In less than an hour, we're going to give someone the phone call that will change their life forever, send you to Denver, Colorado to see some justice. A lot of people going to that private KROQ Justice show tonight, so... Happy Monday. It is KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show, and some people giving us the flowers that maybe we deserve for Friday's show. If you missed it, it's available podcast. A lot of people checked out the YouTube for the very first time. We are streaming again now. You can check us out there. I thought Friday was going to be it felt like the season finale of the YouTube, didn't it? We had all the bells, the whistles, the shock collars.
I hate that in a show when you're watching and you're like, is this the finale?
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff happening.
Right.
And then when there's another episode, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, that last one was much better.
Yeah.
So, no, that was not our finale. We're back on YouTube today. But this guy who claims he's been listening for a little bit says that Friday show will be tough for us to ever top. And I agree, we probably never will.
Guys, I'm a listener. I gotta say, this last Friday show, one of you guys is best. I listen to all of you guys' shows, all of them, every day for day for day. The bad ones, the good ones, a lot of bad ones, a lot of good ones, mostly bad.
Oh.
But no, I was playing. But no, this last Friday one, straight fire. I love it. I love it. You guys keep it up, okay? All right. Oh, yeah, definitely covered in oil. Love you guys.
Great. Thank you, sir, for mocking me on the way
This
out.
Thursday night.
All right, the Women's Oil Wrestling Federation. Well, we are having behind-the-scenes conversations to make that event.
We're doing that again? Oil wrestling?
We are talking about it, but it would be Allie and me wrestling in oil.
Oh, that would never end.
Let's go.
It would just be a million rounds of us falling over.
Yeah, the score would be 0-0 after 11 rounds.
Neither of us can handle that challenge.
No, but it would be delicious. I would just keep licking myself, I think, which is terrible. I'm a big fan of oil.
I would be trying to save it.
Yeah. I would be trying to put it into a car instead of buying gas. All right, we got to take a break. If you want $100 of Allie's money, now's the time to call. A lot of stuff going on in the world. Big award show last night. Other things, I'm sure, as well. If you'd like to play, call now. $100 up for grabs. And if you are not a total dummy, we will throw in some tickets for you to see the LA Kings battle the Rangers at Crypto.com Arena on March 25th. Kings, Rangers tickets will be yours if we pick you to go on the air and battle Allie. Plus, if you beat her, she'll throw in $100 of her money. We'll come back with the first round of a brand new week. Allie Knows the News is next right here, KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Coming up in less than an hour. Chance for you to hop on that standby boarding list and go see Justice, not once but twice. Also going to get you to Vegas for When We Were Young, a new date added. But right now, all will be revealed. It's time for your Lie Day Friday.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Why is it lie after lie after lie?
The only thing I know for sure is you're a goddamn liar. It's a lie.
You're a parasite of lies, and I am your worst enemy.
Lie Day Friday, Lie Day Friday.
Imagine just for a moment you get to strap a coworker or a friend to a lie detector machine, and they will be forced to answer every question you've ever had about your relationship or things they've said, and they will be forced to answer. In our studio right now, a man who's been doing this professionally for close to 40 years. John Grogan, also found on Instagram at Lie Detector Guys, has been our go-to lie detector guy every time we've done a Lie Day Friday. This man knows liars. He doesn't even need his machinery because he can literally see if they're lying, but you use it anyway just so that we have how much accuracy, John?
Almost 100%.
Almost 100%. That's why they call him Mr. Personality. He's got the numbers ready to go. He does not get phased. He's been there as relationships have fallen apart, infidelity, cheating, who's the daddy. You've covered it all, haven't you?
Yes.
And on this show, we've a lot of things got revealed. I mean, we learned about all sorts of different lies that were told here, and people actually have lost their jobs over things that we have uncovered. And you don't feel bad about it, right? Because people are choosing to lie. You're just uncovering the lies.
Truth is truth.
Well said. Well said. This guy's electric.
Thank you, John. And John is celebrating 38 years in the lie detecting business.
That's right. I already said that. Katie.
Yeah.
This is Allie's wife on the phone right now. Are you concerned at all that your wife is getting strapped into the lie detector machine as we go?
I wasn't concerned, and then I kept thinking about it more, and now I have a pit in my stomach.
Okay.
But you have a what in your stomach?
A pit?
Oh.
Allie was all excited for a second. She thought you had a third one, her favorite. Boobykins. Here's what's going to happen, Katie. In a moment, you will have a chance to ask Allie some questions as well. Your own wife, you get to ask her questions that she'll be forced to answer. So do you know which questions you're going to ask? Because I've got a long list here that have been submitted by listeners.
I have a few that I wrote down.
All right. Hold on. We're going to come back to you in a second. Whenever you want to strap Allie in, John, you can get those. I know you got to put a lot of electrodes on her body and whatnot, but I'm just going to go over some of these questions because this is where things are going to get really interesting on the Lie Day Friday. Place our bets. We'll figure out who on the show Allie wishes was fired. We'll figure out who on the show that potentially Allie would most want to have sex with. And then, of course, the whole reason that we put this Lie Day Friday together was a claim that Allie made that she doesn't fart sometimes.
That I had gone more than 1 or 2 days without doing it, even though they say that the average person does it every... Whoa, oh, wow.
Hold on. He's got the cords going all over Allie's body. Katie, before we ask Allie these questions, do you care to chime in on her claim that she sometimes goes 72 hours, no farts?
I don't know if it's that long, but I heard that conversation, and she's being honest. She rarely has gas.
Thank you, honey.
That's interesting.
That's my wife.
Maybe it's coming. Maybe
it's only if she's eating something that doesn't agree with her.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for that. A lot of information. All right, hold on 1 second.
Thank you, honey.
We'll be back to you. Allie is currently... John, why don't you just explain to the listeners that are not watching this on YouTube? We're on YouTube right now. You can watch Allie strapped into the lie detector machine. She's got cords all over her body. She looks very uncomfortable. It's on KROQ's YouTube right now, so you can watch this unfold in real time. But, John, what did you just put all over Allie's body?
I applied sensors to her chest, stomach, arm, and hand. We're going to read changes to her blood pressure, moisture activity at the fingers, and her breathing.
Well, she's a lesbian, so there's always moisture activity on the fingers.
Very hot.
All right, John, did you get turned on at all doing that to Allie or no?
Every time I come, I realize she's 10 times cuter in person than in pictures.
John, stop.
You're around enough liars. You pick it up over the years.
All right.
So here we go. Whenever you're ready, you have to ask her some baseline questions, and then we get to the real ones, right?
Yes.
Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, John. Allie, you have to answer these yes or no. He's got your...
I don't know why we're doing this. I've not lied about anything.
He's got your heart rate being monitored. He's got your breathing being monitored.
And I'll tell you, it is nerve-wracking just being hooked up to this thing. So
all of a sudden,
you get elevated just sitting in here.
Allie is all strapped in right now. Go ahead, and then we'll have your wife ask a couple of questions at the end. Things she's always wanted to know. John, whenever you need the baseline questions, Allie is strapped in. It's Lie Day Friday on KROQ.
Do you know how to drive a car?
Yes. That's not... You can't do that while we're doing this.
Why?
Klein.
Why can't I make noises?
You can't make noises. You have to just let me do this real.
All right, fine. Ask her the baselines, and when you're ready, when you've got your proper baseline, let me know, and I'll go with the real question. I feel like that was a
passive-aggressive first question.
Yeah, it was, but that's okay.
Are you on a radio show?
Yes.
All right, it's calibrated.
That's it. Okay. That's pretty scientific right there. Question number one.
Are you on a funny morning show?
Allie, when you got dressed this morning, did you think you looked good in the outfit that you chose to wear today?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but I knew that I was going casual Friday
Question,
with it.
Just yes or no? Just yes or no.
Yes.
Question 2.
Oh.
Are you ever sexually attracted to men, even though you claim you're a lesbian?
Yes. I've been sexually attracted to men.
Katie, what do you think about that?
I knew the answer would be yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially when two of them are going at it. Right, honey?
Oh, my God. Yeah, honey.
Right, John? Right, John? Yep.
True, what he says.
John just said true. Question 3. Who on the show are you the most sexually attracted to?
That's not a yes or no question.
I was hoping I could sneak one in.
No.
You won't answer that?
No, I'm not going to answer that. It's not a yes or no question.
Have you ever
That's
been?
okay?
Yeah, he'll admit it.
What?
He's
He'll admit it?
He's the lie detector guy.
All right, as long as John answers with me. I would say Vanessa, of course.
Okay.
Question 4. Were you happy when your cat died?
No. No. Shut up, you.
Okay.
Okay.
He made a note. He wrote down something, which makes me think that's a lie.
All right.
Let me ask it again to make sure it's clear. Were you happy at all when your cat died?
No.
It's okay if you were relieved.
Okay. It's okay if I was relieved. All right, what she said.
That's not the question.
All right.
Do you fart every day?
No. Not every day. most days at some point.
That's very different than what you said, but by the way.
I have gone multiple days.
Do you fart more than you claim you fart?
No.
Okay.
Very sad that John has to hear all this.
Question 7. Do you intentionally bring smelly foods to work just to annoy your coworkers?
Yes.
I knew it. You bitch. You're such a bitch.
I have before.
Question
but I
8.
also have not brought in smelly foods on purpose because I know that you will be upset about
Allie
it.
is currently on the lie detector machine here at KROQ. If you want to watch what's happening, it's happening in real time on YouTube. Go to KROQ's YouTube and you can enjoy all the fun of her sitting there strapped in, answering these questions, squirming. Her wife is on the phone. We'll ask the last 2 questions. Allie, you claim you wear makeup. That's a lie, right?
No.
All right.
These are ridiculous questions. These are just facts.
Question 9. How many sex toys do you have?
In use or out of use?
In total.
Gosh. 2? 2.
Okay.
213 said, "Kid John, please calm his energy down. It's too overwhelming for me."
Yeah, John, take it down a notch. How you feeling? Rested? Ready for a battle? $100 up for grabs every morning right around this time. Of course, in about 30 minutes, we'll call someone and give them the good news. They're hopping on the plane to travel all the way to Mile High City as part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Then 8 a.m. this morning, the big announcement, where will you go to next? It's an international destination with a band we have yet to name. That'll be KROQ destination number 7, I think, or 8. I've lost count for KROQ's Mile High Club. But right now, Allie, and does she know the news at all? How you feeling, Allie? Smart? Tired?
No, I feel well rested. I feel well rested and well researched.
She's going to rub this in your big fat faces. It's time for some Allie Knows the News action. And today, up for grabs, the $100, but also Kings tickets. And we say hi to Mariana, listening to us somewhere in Los Angeles from the 310. Hello.
Hi. Good morning, everybody.
Good. Are you feeling rested and educated as well?
A little bit. It's Monday.
All right. Yeah, it is still Monday. You got a point on that one.
Poor Monday. Gets blamed for everything.
For everything. Allie's going to leave the studio, sequester herself in the hallway. She will not hear these questions. You can answer first. Everything you do and say will be held against you. Then we'll bring her back in, score it together. Hopefully you do better than she does so we can pay the people. If you couldn't get through today, but you think you're up for the challenge tomorrow morning right around this time, hope to hear from you. It's time for Mariana's round of Allie Knows the News. Here we go.
Allie Knows the News.
Question number 1. The Lakers are on a bit of a winning streak right now. How many games in a row have they won, the Los Angeles Lakers?
3.
Question number 2. Which actor was mocked at the Academy Awards for being comically underdressed?
Samuel Jackson.
Question number 3, also Oscar related. This film, according to the Academy, was the best picture for this year's Academy Awards. Which movie won Best Picture?
Best Picture, Glow?
What was your guess? Glow?
Glow.
Go to question number 4. Burglars dropped 2 things while fleeing a Bel Air break-in that happened over the weekend. Name one of the things that were dropped by burglars as they fled the home invasion.
Fled.
Wallet.
What was it?
Their wallet.
Wallet. And finally, we'll end it on this one. A crash involving a truck from this company shut down parts of the 10 this morning. Parts of the 10 shut down after a crash involving a truck from what company?
DWP.
DWP. All right, you answered quickly. I'll give you points on that at the very least. Hold on, we'll bring Allie in. How do you think you did, Mariana?
Not good.
All right, fair enough. Let that confidence. Allie's back in the studio. Say nothing else. We'll score it together. Here we go. Question number 1. Allie. We'll start with this. The Lakers are on a bit of a win streak right now. How many games in a row have the Lakers won?
Oh, man. I know it's a lot. 10? I don't know.
She said 3. The correct answer is 6. 6 in a row. Allie, I guess technically it's closer, but we're going to say no one gets the point on number 1. We go to question number 2. Which actor was mocked at the Academy Awards for being comically underdressed?
Oh, that would be Adam Sandler.
That is correct.
He's making a lot of appearances now in award shows.
He sure is. It's like, I get it. Adam Sandler, move over. It's time for the fire department to get their credit again. But yes, that is correct. Allie gets the point. Sandler mocked again for his business casual attire, which is hoodie and oversized basketball shorts. Question number 3. Allie's up 1-0. Speaking of the Academy Awards, this movie was declared to be the best picture at the Oscars.
That would be Anora.
Anora is the right answer. She did not get that either.
Sex Workers got a nice shout out last night.
Sex Workers getting their props. And I didn't even know that movie was an Oscar-nominated movie, but someone said I would probably like it, and I started watching it, and they were right. I did like it.
Because it's about sex.
A lot of nudity, a lot of lap dances, a lot of stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm like, are they about to give an award to this stripper movie? And it won a lot of awards.
People love a good stripper movie.
They sure did. We got a question. I think everyone who made Showgirls was going, that's what we were trying to do. That was what we were trying to do. Got a question number 4. Allie's up by 2. Question 4. Burglars dropped 2 things while fleeing a Bel Air break-in over the weekend. Name one of the 2 things that were dropped as they were
jewelry?
fleeing. Jewelry is not correct.
My pearls.
That's a great guess again, Allie.
That's what
right.
the burglar said. They're pearls.
She guessed not my pearls. The correct answer was a bunch of cash and handbags. They left a trail of cash and handbags as they were attempting to break free. And we go to this final question. Allie's still up 2. A crash involving a truck from this company shut down parts of the 10 this morning.
Oh, I think it's FedEx?
She said DWP, but the correct answer is FedEx. So you may not be getting your package this morning when you thought. Allie goes up with a 3. Wow, she really smoked you, Mariana. There's nothing we can do right now other than say thanks for playing. And just for getting through, we'll give you some tickets to see the LA Kings, all right?
Yay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But Allie holds on to her $100, at least for now. What must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ, Mariana?
This is Mariana from Los Angeles, and Allie knows the news.
That's a fact right there. Tomorrow morning, I wish you better luck.
I took a
People are trying to focus on their jobs. Do you regret the name you gave your son?
No.
Because he was going to be Dom. Everyone loved it. Then you switched it to Wesley.
Are these just things that you want to tell me?
No. These are questions that
You
people
should
have.
regret your name. You don't look like you're wearing makeup. These are just insults in the forms of questions.
First of all, the makeup question was from the text line. I didn't even write that one.
Right.
Question 11. Do you think that you're a better mom than Katie?
No.
Okay.
We're
Katie, what do you think of that question?
I think the answer should probably be sometimes. Is that allowed?
No, it's got to be yes or no. But
yeah, it's not sometimes.
I think she's lying.
We're different.
Question 12.
All right.
There's only 2 more. Then Katie gets to go. If you could fire anyone on the show, who would it be?
That's not a yes or no.
Thank you, honey. Veto.
John, will you accept it?
If it's a single word, it's fine.
What? Beer mug.
He's already gone. That's from the last lie detector where we found that he made up his
myself.
All right. I'll accept that. Final question we have for you, then. Your wife gets 2. We joke about you being gross on the show, but are you gross? Do you think you're gross?
Klein, these are not questions,
These are questions.
that you want the answer to. These are just you wanting me to look bad.
These are questions that came through from many listeners.
Do I think I'm gross? Is that the question?
Yes.
Well, yes, obviously I do, because you've all made me feel disgusting.
Great. That is correct.
Great.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Received a terrible phone call over the weekend, and I think it's a call that most people would think was some sort of an honor or like a privilege, but for some reason I took it totally the wrong way.
Did your uncle call again?
No, but he would like to join us on the show more often. He says he's got a lot to say, and he doesn't feel like we give him enough airtime. And I said, Uncle Leslie, you're like all over the place.
How much is it of it is going to be about Cuba?
Most of it, probably.
Strong ladies in Cuba, man.
All he wants to talk about is strong women in Cuba. I'm all on board,
He does
too.
think Cuba's great. No, I got a call from one of my sisters, and she asked for, hey, you move so often, I don't even have your updated address. Can I have your updated address? And I said, listen, whatever you're sending, I don't need it. Yeah, if it's a Christmas card that I never got or whatever, I don't need. Well, why do you need
But
the
if it's
address?
for your kids, man.
Well, we're all on the Amazon cart. We have some sort of a shared Amazon cart. If they're sending my kids something, I said, it's all there. But I said, what's going on? She said, well, we're making some changes, and we want you to be the, in case of emergency, people to take care of our kids if something goes.
Like the Godfather?
Yeah, but not really, because I never got that honor.
That's what that is, though, isn't it? That if I die, you take the kid?
Yeah, like if anything happens to them, that I then decide to raise their kids. And I'm like, I'm having a hard enough time with my own kids.
You're like, have you seen my kids?
Yeah. Did you not hear the segment on Friday?
Right.
Klein's kids hate him? I can't raise more kids. And
how many kids does she have?
2. And they're also young. And she
Are they
said,
well behaved?
I'm sure they're great.
They're better
so
behaved.
obedient.
Yeah, they are actually pretty well behaved. But I could change that pretty quick.
Are they boys?
1 boy,
Dude.
one girl.
You have 2 girls. Get a boy.
I know.
That's awesome.
I know.
Why don't
But
you do a swappy?
I said to her, why am I all of a sudden now, you've made a decision now that the kids, because when they were first born, I didn't get given that honor. And so she obviously made a call to go with my other sister. She picked my other sister, who's probably the more responsible
Is that what
one.
happened? Did she change it?
Yeah, she said she's making a switch.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't really get
So it was your sister and she switched it?
Yeah, she wants to switch it now to I'm now.
At the time when she originally made the decision, when the babies were first born, were you offended that she didn't even consider you?
Oh, I had to have been considered. I mean, there's not that many people she could have.
I don't think so.
There had a few people in her life. If you have a kid, you have to make a decision. It's not a fun decision, but you make a decision. You go.
You think you're really in consideration, though?
Do I go with my responsible sister or my brother Effin Kevin?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one.
Oil wrestling guy.
Should I put down Kevin Michaels? Should I put down the Knight Rider?
They could never find me.
Kevin with the exclamation point.
Kevin!
Maybe that's why she couldn't pick me. It was too hard.
She had no idea.
Too hard to fill out the form. I kind of said to her, I said, all right, well, is there anyone else? That was my first answer, I said to her, because she said, we want you to be the official guardians, if something happens. And I said,
huge responsibility.
And I said,
man.
well, are you planning on something happening? Like, are you guys going, you climbing Everest or something? Like, what? Why all of a sudden? She goes, no, we're just updating some forms, and we decided to make a switch. And instead of it being my older sister, they want me to be the guy if something happens.
But why did it change? Do you know?
Well, the two of them, I think, have been kind of feuding a little bit about stuff, and I don't really know what. I don't want to get involved in it, but like the two of them.
Do they fight a lot?
They don't fight a lot, but I think they've been fighting over something that's about. It's all about putting in effort, and you're not actually calling to check. Like I at least occasionally.
Do they live like near each other and like see each other?
No, none of us. We're all spread out. No one lives near each other. But I think that at the very least, like if I will once a week, maybe if I call my younger sister, I'll say like, "Hey, any of the kids there, put them on so I can say hi to them." For just nothing. We don't have good conversation. It's just say, "Hey, how you doing? How's?"
Dude, you're doing more than most, I would imagine.
Right,
especially if you don't live close.
I mean, it's but I think my other one doesn't really acknowledge her kids at all. The reality is, I think her kids think I'm more fun. So they probably said, "If you guys, hey, mom, dad, if you ever die, we want Uncle Kevin to raise us."
Well, yeah, of course you're fun. That's what your kids think you're fun.
Right. I'd be great. If any kids' parents die, they want me to... Thank you. Hey.
Shut up!
But I said thank you.
I think if your wife wasn't there, it'd be like a Big Daddy situation.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time.
But I said to her, I appreciate you thinking of me as your second or third choice many years later. But I said, I don't think I'm up for this.
Well, dude. I don't know if you can reject it.
That's what she's like, you don't really have a choice. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't have a choice. You're trying to say to me, if something goes south, I got to raise these kids. I think originally, too, she had thought my parents could step up, but now she's like, they're getting kind of old, so they're probably, the last thing they need is more responsibility. So I think that I was actually the third choice.
Okay. And so what? And you're offended about being the third choice, or you're offended that you were asked at all, or that you can't take it back?
I just think, do you have to accept that responsibility? Or can you say thanks but no thanks?
Well,
What about Uncle Leslie? I mean, is he an option?
Uncle Leslie's not an option for so many reasons.
They'd be raised in Cuba.
Uncle Leslie is definitely not an option.
come on in, kids. Meet the stuffed animals.
That'd be great.
We're going to talk to dead people today.
It's funny, Omar, you say that.
I think they would love
because
that.
I started giving her other names of people, and I was like, whatever happened to that neighbor we used to have that, she's like, I think they've been dead for 5 years. I'm like, all right, well, too bad. They would have been great.
Would she expect you then, because they live on the East Coast, would you have to relocate over there to make them? I mean, because they're already, their parents are dead. So you wouldn't want to take them out of their school environment or their home.
Yeah, well, I mean, what am I going to do, right? I got my kids on
leave.
school.
You got to leave.
My kids are at school out here. So I said, do you think that's a good move? And I tried to talk her out of it. And she thought I would be like all appreciative and say, well, finally, thank you for thinking of me to be the backup parent in case something goes bad. And I just go, not me. Wrong number.
Not it?
No hablo nada.
Well, because I know for us, we've talked about who that person would be, and it's who is in close proximity to us that could give my kid the similar or same lifestyle that they're already living.
Or better, right? Don't you try to upgrade?
Of course.
Yeah.
So somebody who could give them what I couldn't give them.
Right.
Including happiness and opportunity and all that stuff.
Like,
not a freak marriage.
Would you want your... So let's say things go bad. Would you try to pick another lesbian couple to raise him?
No,
so it would be normal?
we picked out our friend who is with no one.
A single person?
Yeah, single person with a dog, and she's like the most responsible, cool person we know, and she would be able to give him everything he wanted.
And
that's me.
Did she?
No.
Definitely not you, Jake. Did she accept the responsibilities?
Again, I think she laughed it off like it was a joke, and we were like, no, we're serious.
Because at some point, I mean, it must happen. You get a random call one day, you're like, unknown number, that's weird. You pick up, and someone's like, hi, this is the state. Bad news, good news. Or bad news, right?
Well, you should also get inheritance from them. Like, if you got money, would that change things?
Yeah, little. Well, let me see.
I mean,
how
the
much.
usually what happens if the parents die or whatever, there's a life insurance policy, and that goes, to help raise the kid.
It's never enough.
So there is money involved.
Whatever that number is, I don't know what life insurance is. Trust me when I say it's never going to be enough.
I'll take it.
Like Jake, you don't get any of this, dude. You get no part of it.
I go dip to the kids.
You just take them for like a year and then pawn them off to somebody else.
Yeah, man, you can sell them on the black market.
Oh, that's interesting.
Put them to work.
Yeah, life insurance, build a little sweatshop.
Make them a social media channel.
Oh, all right. Now I'm back.
Barely used organs.
Now I'm back in. You're listening to a show full of responsible, uplifting adults here on KROQ. All right, Katie, you get 2 questions now, and then we will play a song and get the results from the lie detector test. What are your what questions do you have? This is Allie. Take a deep breath.
Is this over?
No, your wife is going to ask you 2 questions that will potentially change your relationship forever. Go ahead, Katie.
I mean, honey, calm down. These are like low risk because I don't want to know the truth about so many things. Okay, this is relevant to recently. Do you actually think you do more around the house than I do?
Oh, my God. I swear to God, this is just...
1-word answers, Allie. You heard the question.
Yes.
Okay. And do you want to have sex with one or more of our friends?
Wow, great question. So it's so good.
One or more? No.
What about the yoga teacher?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. We'll come back with the results. Katie, thank you. Hang around. When we get back, we'll find out what Allie lied about. John, before we get to it, were there any lies that you were able to determine in those answers?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, John.
Okay, great. We'll come back and find out what she told the truth about, what she lied about. Multiple lies?
Oh, man.
John, multiple lies or just a few?
Multiple.
Okay, great. That'll be next on KROQ. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. That is a song called Messy by Lola Young this morning on K-Rock, just for listening. Could win some international travel to see a band that we have not yet announced. It's a new destination for K-Rock's Mile High Club. That'll be coming up. And in about 20 minutes, we're going to take one of you that's currently on the standby list to see Justice in Denver, Colorado. We'll give you the call of the morning to change your life forever. A lot of questions on the text line, Allie, about, speaking of things that happened here on the show. Did you have any follow-up conversation with your wife when you got home after the lie detector test on Friday?
Well, there was talk about which people in our circle I wanted to sleep with and how realistic. If that were to happen, would I actually follow through on it? And I was like, yes.
I said it under oath, and I'll say it again. I mean, you didn't even lie.
What are we doing here? Yeah. I thought that this was known.
Yeah, that was one of the things you even lied about. Like, you were on it. A lot of people would say, do you want to, if you were on a lie detector test and your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend were to say, do you want to sleep with any of my friends? Usually you'd say, no, I don't, and then it would say, sorry, that was a lie. Allie actually said, yes, I do.
Well, yeah, we're both very honest with each other.
Right.
I mean, even at the Lumineers thing, she was there and she was talking about how hot Johnny's girlfriend is. I thought this was just something we...
Right. We all do.
You want to sleep with people, I want to sleep with people, but we're still happily married.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
And so she was kind of like, well, I didn't know that you, like, how badly do you actually want to do this? Should I let you have a weekend where you sleep with our friends? And I was like, all right, now we're getting somewhere.
Whoa, let the urge.
No, I told her, Katie, I want you to be with me. I don't want to do it without you. Let's all join in together.
She doesn't want any part of that?
She doesn't have it, and that's where it's ironic, because you all think that she's cheating, but she has literally no interest. All of it is just flirty, looking, she can appreciate a beautiful woman kind of thing, but she doesn't actually want to follow through on any of it.
A lot of people are asking if she would be opposed to ever coming in here and being on the lie detector test. Because you were on and she was on the phone asking you questions, and would she even be open to the concept of sitting on the lie detector test for a future Lie Day Friday?
I would have to ask her. I think she might be down, but also she doesn't like driving.
Yeah, that is a fact. Driving does. Well, maybe we can get the at-home version.
Who wants this commute?
You think we could send that guy, Mr. Energy, Mr. Personality, all the way to your house?
We should definitely give him my address.
Set up in your kitchen?
Yeah.
I'm here.
God, your wife is just as beautiful as you are.
Oh, man, that guy is the best. We'll take a quick break. We're back in a second. When we return, a look at what's going on in the actual world, your ADD news. Then we start giving you things. Prizes all over the place today. Tickets, all next.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
The world famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Hey. Klein Alley Show on a Friday morning. 818 says it best on the text line. Why do you guys do this to each other?
You sit on a throne of lies.
Why is it lie after lie after lie?
The only thing I know for sure is you're a goddamn liar. It's a lie.
You're a parasite of lies, and I am your worst enemy.
Lie Day Friday, Lie Day Friday.
Lie Day Friday time. Allie just got unhooked from the lie detector machine in our studio right now. This man has been doing this for close to 4 decades. John Grogan, the lie detector guy. You've seen him on quite a few TV shows, podcasts, TikToks. He is the man to go to. If you need him, certifiedpolygraph.com. He'll come and he's made over 1,000 TV appearances, 13,000 people tested. This man knows everything there is to know about liars. He just got Allie off the hot seat, and it's time for him to read us the results of the lie detector machine, which he claims is close to 100% accurate. So, Allie, no lying now saying that it was a malfunction. He can tell if the machine's malfunctioning. It did not malfunction.
John, is there ever a false result simply because of the way the questions were asked, if they're too leading or if they're insinuating anything?
No, if you lie, I'm going to catch it.
Okay.
All right, great. Okay. All right, let's get to it. And if you want to get, I don't know if your wife is no longer on the phone. I don't know. She's listening to the results, but I'd love to hear her in real time.
She said she had to get ready for work.
She's got to go. Right. All right, whenever you're ready, John, let's go through these questions now.
Okay.
You want to guess how many lies, Omar? You want to do a side bet with me? How many lies Allie told on the lie detector? I'm going to say 5.
5. What's the total of questions?
13 plus the 2 from the wife.
Plus the wife. Yeah. I'm going to go over.
Over 5 lies. Wow.
Yeah, over.
Allie, do you think you lied at all?
No, obviously.
Okay. Right. Go ahead, John, whenever you're ready.
When we asked her, do you like the outfit you wore today? She said yes. That was a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's a
good time lie.
Thank you so much. I always like it and then second guess it later. All right, great. Question 2.
We got one line down already out of
the
the gate.
outfit's fine. It's sweats and a T-shirt.
All right, well, you lied about it.
All right,
so go ahead, question, whatever you're ready, John.
When we asked her, are you ever sexually attracted to men? She said yes, and that was true.
Yeah.
You're not even a good lesbian.
That does... Okay, next.
When she said that on the show she's most sexually attracted to Vanessa, that was true.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Okay, volleyball. Okay, volleyball
Vanessa.
to you.
Hey, look at that. Love connection, huh?
It's the only other woman on
Vanessa,
the show.
how do you feel about that?
I don't feel anything. Thanks, Sally.
All right. That's the effect I have on women.
I don't feel anything. So painfully.
I feel dead inside over you.
Vanessa, that is true, by the way. All right, moving on. It's Allie getting the results. We're live on YouTube right now. You can watch her as she's squirming. Go to KROQ's YouTube right now and enjoy the action in real time. Go ahead.
When she was asked, were you happy when your cat died? She said no. It was a lie.
Okay, that's not...
Wow.
Katie said
Unbelievable.
herself there can be a sense of relief a little bit because they're out of pain. Okay, I'm not happy my cat's dead.
Well, according to the test, you are happy, thrilled. Would you do some party poppers?
not
Pop,
true.
pop, pop.
I want a redo.
You can't do a redo. That's messed up, Allie.
It was a leading question. All right.
She's a cat killer. Whatever you're ready, John.
Okay.
When she was asked, do you fart every day? She said no, and that was true.
Okay, thank you.
Really? Hold on. You sure about that, John? She said she said she does not fart every day, and that came up as a true statement.
When she said no, yes.
Wow, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, by the way.
You know what? That's the whole reason John's even here. I mean, we had to bury the fart question among a bunch of other ones, but that's exciting, Allie, to say that you don't fart every day and to be
And I don't.
to be held accountable on a lie detector test.
Haven't
That's
yet today.
Incredible. All right.
All right, well, that's awkward. Next.
When she was asked, do you fart more than you claim? She said no, and that was a lie.
Oh,
Okay,
I knew it. See, I knew there is some fault. There is some. You're being dishonest about it a little bit.
My wife said herself, if there's something weird that I eat, I get gassy.
Okay. John, move on. We only have a few questions left.
When she was asked, do you intentionally bring smelly foods to annoy your coworkers? She said yes, and that was true.
Thank you.
That's a terrible thing. Maybe the worst thing we learned about you today.
I brought broccoli souffle today.
Yeah, I know. What, you go just a smelly
It's
aisle at the
actually
store?
broccoli mash over baked cauliflower.
John, what would you do if you worked with someone like Allie that brought in stinky lunch every day?
I'd allow it.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on, only a few questions left. Lie Day Friday. Here we go.
When she was asked, you claim you wear makeup. This is a lie, right? She said yes, and that was true.
How are we not criticizing these questions?
That's a great question.
That was a lie, right?
Well, listen, we're just proving the fact you do wear makeup, so now we have proof.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When she was asked, how many sex toys do you have? She said 2, and that was a lie.
Okay.
Allie,
There are some not in use that I can't remember.
Oh my God!
I have a little like old makeup case that's in our closet.
How
It's
many
got
are
stuff
in there?
I don't know. I think 2, but I guess maybe there's more.
According to this guy, there's a lot more than 2.
Not a lot more. Maybe there's one I forgot
All
about.
right, final questions.
When she was asked, do you regret your son's name? She said no, and that was true.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
Wow, you still like your son's name?
Of course I like my son's name.
Fair enough. We will accept it. Final questions.
Do you regret your kids' names? Because I feel like you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every day. Go ahead, John.
When she was asked, do you think you are a better mom than Katie? She said no, and that was a lie.
Okay. Well,
that
she's
was-
gone now, so who cares?
That was so obviously a lie. You were like nodding your head in the other direction. So you think you're the better parent?
It
That's
depends on what we're doing. She's more of the
fine.
cuddly,
All right,
let's watch
doesn't matter.
TV parent.
We know the truth. You think you're better. And final question.
When she was asked who she would fire on this show, she said herself, and that was a lie.
Okay.
Well, Allie, why don't you tell us the truth then?
No, I don't need to. Matt, next question.
Next question, John.
When she was asked, are you gross? She said yes, and she believes that to be true.
Oh, my God. That is such a result. That is really terrible.
Are you gross?
All right, then we have the 2 questions that your wife asked. He's got the results. These are maybe the most important questions, and then we got to take a break. Go ahead.
When she was asked if she thought she did more work around home, She said yes, and that was true.
So you do think you do more work around your house?
I do.
Allie is a lion, farting, cat-killing bitch, according to the text line. Go ahead, John.
When she was asked if any of their friends she would like to have sex with, she said no, and that was a lie.
Okay, another lie, of course.
All right.
Who is it, Mesa?
No, it's Masa.
Is that who you want to have sex with?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Okay, good. Got that. Got through that. And then final question she asked about yoga, I believe.
If she wanted to have sex with the yoga teacher, she said yes, and that was true.
There you go.
Okay, great. Well, wonderful.
I'm an open book, Klein.
John, thank you. That's a lot of lies. Omar, you're right. Over 5 lies from Allie right there.
Yep.
But now we've gotten to the end of that. We're going to send John to the back office now where he's going to strap Johnny in, and we'll figure that all out on YouTube right now if Johnny lied about the Starbucks card. We got to take a quick break. John, thank you once again. John Grogan, he's the best. Lie detector guys. We'll put up all the information on our socials. Use this man. He will ruin your day or make it way better.
Katie just texted me and said, "Can you call me off the air?" Great.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Great.
We'll
Thanks
do that.
a lot, everyone. This was fun.
Thanks, everyone. Lie Day Friday officially comes to an end now. About 5 minutes here on KROQ. Might as well be you. You're on a standby boarding list right now. Hopefully you answer our call, even if it's an unknown, blocked, or strange number. Pick up. It could be us with your airfare. Right now, though, let's find out what's going on in the world. It's time for your news here on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, the Academy Awards happened last night, and they felt longer and slower than ever before. Honora was the big favorite. It won 5 awards, including Best Picture and Best Actress. And just for reference, Honora was filmed on location in New York and cost $6 million to make. And Wicked was filmed in a city they built from scratch and cost $150 million to make. Zoe Saldana received her first Academy Award. That was kind of on trend given the Golden Globes and all the other award shows. And Adrian Brody won for Best Actor for The Brutalist, and his acceptance speech made it very clear why The Brutalist was so long. And I think good acting is really just pausing a lot, because that's what he did. He got played off not once, but twice. I can't play the entire speech because it was far too long, but here is just part of it.
And her beautiful children, Dash and India.
This is, I think, about 3 or 4 minutes in.
Oh. I know it's been a roller coaster, but thank you for accepting me into your life. And Popsy's coming home a winner. And who else?
Did someone yell faster? I think they yelled faster.
I think they're starting to yell out other people to thank, because he's literally saying, who else? Who else should I thank?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it was like...
And Judy Becker, the real Oslo Toth, who deserves to be up here as well. And I'm wrapping up. Please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before. Thank you. It's not my first rodeo, but I will be brief.
By the way, that guy controlling the music, what a bitch.
What a bitch.
Totally.
And by
It's
the
just
way,
like, okay, I'll turn
no
it down.
one, in fact, I think I didn't watch a lot of it last night, but when I did,
This goes on another 2 minutes.
But when a couple of different people at some point were like, just don't play them. Even that guy Culkin, who I think I like that guy.
Kieran Culkin.
Even he was like, all right, he kind of rambled for the first 2 minutes.
He always rambles.
And then he goes, all right, now I'm going to tell a funny story about my wife, so don't play the music. And the guy didn't even play the music. What a pussy.
I know, and then they make
That's
jokes,
composer.
like Conan making jokes. They make jokes every year, no matter the host, of keeping it brief. It won't be so long, and we're going to move things along because that's what everyone thinks, that the Oscars are too long and that it's boring. And when I didn't really watch too much of it last night, but when I did tune in, they were presenting the award for best cinematography, and an actor from each film did a whole spread about the cinematographers, and it was like a 2.5 to 3 minute just presentation of the nominees for best cinematographer.
Yep.
I was like, what are we doing here? This is crazy. It just took so long. But another upset was a Pixar movie did not win best animated feature. That award went to an indie film called Flow, which, again, cost $3.7 million to make, and Inside Out 2 cost $200 million to make. And I know awards are very important for the producers of these films, but Inside Out 2 and Wicked did make a lot more money.
You know, the reality is people like us are never going to win anything like that. What do you think would be the if we decided today, let's just figure out what is the category that is the easiest category to try to win in, and what could you do? It's like these Olympians that pick those really random sports because they know not that many people are going to do them, and they're like, I just got to be the best out of 50 people in the world because that's all. Couldn't we? Is there one category? Because I saw a few people go up there, and I go I feel like if you got into that now, you could potentially win an Oscar in a few years.
Well, you could probably do is those prosthetics.
Oh,
like the makeup department.
Yeah.
Because you have the nose that most of the people are trying to get anyway when they're doing all those.
Use that mold, yeah.
Just mold my nose.
Yeah, and you could just basically do molds of your nose and put them on Jared Leto and all the people who want Oscars.
It could be a nose, it could be a penis, it could be so many things.
Yeah, I think your nose was in half the Oscar nominees
that's
last
great.
night. So I think it would work pretty easy for you.
All right, I'm on to that.
All right, at the conclusion of the Oscars, just after 10 p.m., there was a 3.9 earthquake in North Hollywood, and here's what Lucy Jones had to say about it. You said it was quite a big one, right?
It was a big one, Allie. I'm telling you, that thing shook the whole. I mean, there was an aggressive shake of the house. Aggressive.
So here's what Lucy Jones said. She is, of course, the end-all, be-all when it comes to earthquakes. This earthquake was too small to definitively assign to any fault, but the closest one is the Hollywood fault. Yawn.
Wrong.
Nothing much
Yawn?
to say
She
about
said-
an earthquake in earthquake country.
She said yawn.
Yes.
3.9. If you were living in, Jake,
It's too small to even assign to a fault.
Jake, did that feel like a 3.9 to you?
I guess.
Oh, thanks for that, Dick.
What did you think it was when it was happening? Did you think it was a 7?
It was so quick that I said, this is intense, but if that's all there is to it, we'll move it on. But I was waiting for more.
And your wife didn't know that it was an earthquake.
She thought I farted.
Right.
But then after I showed her it was an earthquake, then she was mad and told me to go walk around and inspect the house.
Ooh, yawn.
Right, which I said to her, yawn.
If you live in LA and are on social media, chances are you know who Evan Lovett is, or the LA in a Minute guy. He's all over the place. He's, on our sister station KNX. He's dropping historic knowledge about all things LA in under a minute, sometimes more. And looks like he finally found something in L.A. he doesn't like. His house was burglarized, like so many people.
And her beautiful children, Dash in India.
That's Adrian Brody
He's
again.
still
He's
going.
still going.
Still going during that whole speech.
This is unnerving, and it's not cool.
That's Evan Lovett. He posted the aftermath to his popular TikTok channel, LA in a Minute. Lovett says he returned from his son's baseball game with his family last night, and he found that somebody had shattered his rear sliding glass door.
You need to finish that sentence.
Called 911, and I was on hold for 59 minutes. I was in such disbelief that about 10 minutes in, I called from my wife's phone separately, and it was just the same recordings.
So he's obviously very frustrated, and they took his safe with a bunch of family heirlooms from his parents who are no longer, they passed.
My
so
pearls.
it's really unfortunate that somebody who loves LA so very much can experience one of the things that is the worst parts of living here.
He's such a positive mouthpiece for this city, and even when, there's tons of things about LA you can hate, but he seems to always find the positive about it.
You'll find the positive in this.
But even in this, he was just saying the system is so broken, and if you live in the Valley, I used to live a block from that guy, and I know exactly where his house is. And
what are you saying?
You do, huh?
And,
house? Let's get into it.
I have an alibi. I have an alibi for whenever that happened, but it's...
I have an alibi for whenever that happened.
Yeah, don't...
Strong alibi.
But the point is that it's terrible because it truly is happening now. It feels like everywhere.
Well, and it's happening all around you, where you guys live.
Of course. Well, also you go walk your dog, take your dog for a walk, come back, all of a sudden you're like, that's weird. Why is the window shattered? Oh, someone came in and took a bunch of stuff and left. So it's just all over the place. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show. We'll do it the second this song is done by the Gorillas, and then we give away a trip.
Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday and perhaps the greatest hour of your life, especially if you are currently on a standby boarding list, because we got to call and deliver some good news right now to somebody that will be an official member of KROQ's Mile High Club. A lot of names on this list, and only one of them will be selected. If they answer, of course, and if they know what we're talking about, then they'll get on the plane. If not, then I guess we'll just go ahead and sell this trip.
Oh, really?
I don't think we can do that. I wish we could.
Yeah, that would be.
Next hour, though.
Put it on Expedia.
If you're listening right now and you're going, I'm not on a standby list, what the hell are these guys talking about? Well, at 8 a.m. this morning, we'll announce where you'll be going to next, which band you'll be seeing. Always love it when people put in their predictions. Name any country in the world, any city in the world, and any band, and perhaps you are right. We'll make the big announcement at 8 a.m. and then start to get you on that standby list for destination number 7. But right now, we got to give away this trip, so let's call one of these people, bunch of numbers at random.
Let's do it.
Only one of them can actually get on to the actual flight. And it's very exciting. This is by far the best part of the job, is hopefully calling someone and them not yelling at us and saying, I don't want to buy solar. Don't call here. But on Monday, Allie, as you know, people sometimes want to sleep. So this is the last thing they want is us waking them up.
Hello.
What, are you sleeping?
I might as well be.
Hi, it's Klein and Allie. We're live on KROQ.
How are you?
Doing fine. Are you currently on a standby boarding list?
I believe so, yes.
To see Justice, potentially in Denver?
That's correct.
Well, you are no longer on that standby boarding list. You are on the plane. You're going.
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable.
The exotic land of Denver, and you'll be going.
Wow. I thank you so much.
If you've never bashed in the smell of patchouli and weed, get ready. It's going to be quite a trip, and you are now officially a member of KROQ's Mile High Club, so congratulations, and thank you for listening to KROQ, and more importantly, enjoy your trip.
Thank you so much.
Would you say Klein Alley Show changed your life?
I think so. I think that's very easy to say.
Right. Well, we don't have time now for you to say it, but think that.
I will.
Another satisfied customer. Although we don't think of you guys as customers, we think of you as numbers here at KROQ.
I'm so happy.
Beer Klein Alley Show. It is Monday morning. We've got lots to give you. If you didn't just hear that Mr. Excitement winning the trip to go to Denver to see Justice, perhaps you'll have your chance coming up in less than an hour when we give a new destination, a new city, and a brand new band. Allie, polarizing conversation that took place on Friday's show, and Friday had a lot of stuff going on. We had the Lie Detector guy in here for Lie Day Friday. We had the high voltage food review, the $20 strawberry. It was just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of stuff happening on the air, a lot of drama. Once again, more audio of my kids hating me. And then there was some conversation about Subway. And this really, of all the things we got into, that bothered this guy the most.
Hey, what's up, guys? We did. Just wanted to comment on this whole, $5 footlong situation. That is not really $5.
I was just making the point that I think society was a happier place when everyone could get a $5 footlong because people weren't as hungry. Because even if you didn't have a lot of money or any money, you could get a $5 footlong. You could get 2-3 meals out of that easily. And that just doesn't exist anymore. And then I made a point about that. This guy says I'm an idiot because Subway sucks.
Why are we even discussing Subway at all? They are by far the worst options for a sub sandwich out of all of the things that are out there. They're trash. And I was informed recently that if you order a sandwich and it doesn't have a specific veggie on it, let's say you order a sandwich that doesn't come with black olives and you want to add black olives, they're now upcharging for those.
What?
75 cents.
Per ingredient?
I haven't been in a while. I just know it got real pricey.
For black olives. Ridiculous. That place is trash, man. You guys need to do more better.
Okay, thank you. That was just an opinion. I wasn't commenting on the quality of the place at all. I was just saying.
Remember when everyone could get a crappy sandwich for $5?
That's right.
Wow, those were the days.
Yeah, you were all happy about it, and you were also taking credit from them, bringing that promotion back. That now they're $7 promotion.
I know. Now you're on the We Hate Subway train.
I'm not on
Why
the.
don't you make a decision,
I'm
man?
not on the We Hate It. I just think a $5 footlong is a catchy thing to say. I think that feels good.
No,
to say
that's
that.
not what you were saying.
That is.
You were saying it was a wonderful time where we could get a wonderful sandwich
not
for $5.
Wonderful. Not wonderful. I didn't say wonderful. I said,
then you were so happy that you single-handedly brought back the $5 footlong, even though you didn't bring it back.
I didn't know
And they
that.
were already going to do whatever promotion they were already doing.
If you add olives, it's a $12 footlong. But still, in theory, I think people are still happy. People like to feel like they can eat for any, if you got a couple bucks in your pocket, you'd like to feel like you can buy something with it.
Yeah. And then because it's Subway, you never fully digest it.
That's exactly right.
Right.
So it'll last forever.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 FM. KROQ.
Do you?
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Everyone argues that the generation that they grew up in is the best generation because it's their generation. You got to have pride for your own gen, even if you think your gen is not, quote, the greatest generation, which was stolen so early. It seems unfair that I think the greatest generation, those are all the really old people now, right? Didn't they coin the greatest generation?
Did they?
Like the pre-baby boomers? I always feel like that's like...
I thought that was the World War II people.
Yeah, they're like, we're the greatest generation. You steal that so early. What hope do the rest of us have?
Well, I think back then you could just say that stuff.
Yeah,
now I don't know who determines what the generation names are. I guess the same people that determine hurricane names.
Probably. And if you identify as Gen X or Gen Z or Millennial or Zennial, there are so many different categories, and there's always a reason why your generation did the best things for society and why the generation after you is usually screwed. And then there's all this generation on generation bashing. Well, we cut through all of it right now as we have representatives on the phone representing. This week we're doing a Gen Z millennial battle because that seems to be, even though there's a lot of Gen X versus Gen Z, there's still some Gen X versus millennial that happens. This one seems to be the real tricky part. Johnny has a lot of hate for millennials.
Well, I think Gen Z likes to make fun of millennials because we grew up without internet, but also are still living in a digital age. So it's like the millennial pause. Have you heard of the millennial pause?
No.
See, that's the kind of stuff we hate millennials for. Y'all be making up some weird stuff
And it's so one-sided. It's like nobody cares about that.
Johnny and I were having an argument off the air about what things he takes credit for in his generation, and one of the ones he said Gen Z gets credit for is Pilates. And I said, Johnny, I think Pilates has been around since the greatest.
Only hot girls are doing it right now. All the young hot girls are doing Pilates. They're not in the gyms.
I'm doing Pilates.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, Gen Z is called Gen Z because they're the first generation. They're digital natives. They're the first generation to grow up with the internet, and that would be between the late 90s and early 2010s as far as year that you were born. And millennials are defined as people to be born between 1981 and 1996.
So let me say hi to the Gen Z representative on the phone right now, who is, when were you born? What year were you born in, Eliza?
98. I'm 26.
All right, she's 26. Proud Gen Zer, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you have the entire hopes and dreams of a generation on your shoulders right now. So I hope you take this seriously. You'll be battling a millennial. His name is Matthew. He's listening to the show right now. Matthew, what year were you born in?
1989.
All right, we got a 1989 35-year-old battling a 1998 26-year-old. The questions, as always, you will have a chance to answer the questions that should be given to the other generation, and then they will have a chance to steal if you cannot answer correctly. So, for instance, Matthew, you will be given questions that will be easy for Eliza to answer, being a Gen Zer. She will be given questions that should be easy for you to answer as a millennial. You get a chance to answer them. If you're wrong, the other person can steal. Allie will keep track, and at the end, we'll determine which generation reigns supreme this week. All right, here we go. First generation to go, the generation that goes first is the generation that was born first, and that puts us in Matthew, the millennial. Matthew.
Yes.
Your first question. If someone is posting something using the hashtag OOTD, what are they posting? Matthew.
OOTD.
Matthew. Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No answer?
I'm joking. All
right, that is millennial. A chance to steal the question back that she should get. Let's say hi to Eliza for a Generation Z. What would they be posting if they were to use the hashtag OOTD?
OOTD, outfit of the day.
That is correct.
Come on, Matthew.
Popularized by Gen Z. Gen Z gets a point. We now go to Gen Z for their question, which is something that millennials would know, but they would not. Eliza, who was everybody's first friend on MySpace?
I do know this. I know this. My Tom?
Tom
Eliza.
is correct.
Atta girl, baby.
Eliza, how did you say you knew this? We're going to say, my grandfather was friends with him. How did you...
My older brother is in his 30s.
Got it. See, that's the unfair advantage. All right. So now we have Gen Z goes up 2. Matthew, the question now goes back to you. Generation Wars. Matthew, representing millennials, and they need some help here.
Yeah, I need to step it up.
Matthew, use bussin' in a sentence.
Busted?
Bussin'.
Oh, man.
I was walking to the store the other day. I was bussing.
Oh, no.
Trash.
No.
Sorry, we cannot accept that. For the steal, Eliza, representing Gen Z, use bussin' in a sentence.
This hamburger's bussin'.
That is correct. I would accept that. That's a tasty burger right there. All right. Well, this is not good. She's gotten so far all of her questions correct and all of your questions correct. Eliza, you're up on the clock, up 3-0 right now.
Matthew thinks that when you're on the bus, you're like, I'm bussing.
I'm bussing. I am bussing to school.
Ooh, I'd be bussing.
Eliza,
They're
here
like,
we go.
I'm going to stab you.
Eliza, what music sharing program had a mascot of a cat wearing headphones?
Justin Timberlake played the guy in the Social Network that made this thing. Oh my God.
Need an answer.
Napster?
Napster is
What?
correct.
Oh my God, Eliza.
Wow. Eliza representing Gen Z. Johnny's so excited. He's standing up in the other room. She's up 4 now. I don't think there's a comeback in your future, unfortunately, for millennials, but let's find out. Matthew, here's your next question. What is Delulu short for? What is Delulu short for?
The Lululemons?
Oh my God.
The Lululemons.
Trash, bro.
Christ. Eliza, you want to steal this one back?
Yeah, I mean, delusional that thinks millennials are better than
That's correct.
Having
that
a
is
mentee
correct.
bee.
All right, so this is not good for millennials, by the way. This is going to be the biggest slaughtering that's ever happened in Generation
clean
Wars.
sweep.
Clean sweep, and there's only one question left. This
323 said, "Stop dicking around, Matt."
Yeah, Matt, really, the hopes and dreams of millennials are hanging on you, and you are disappointed.
All these acronyms. I'm sorry.
All right, Eliza,
Ridiculous.
here we go.
It's ridiculous.
Let's see if we can trip her up.
Just trying to get off my lawn approach.
Eliza, what store had topless men standing outside of it to try to sell some overpriced jeans and T-shirts?
Oh, I can smell the store. What am I? Yes. Oh, it's not Abercrombie. It was Hollister.
Wow. I mean, she's right.
Technically, I would have accepted Abercrombie, but Hollister did that move as well.
They were like, we have even hotter guys.
Both acceptable. Yeah. All right, she gets the point again, and now it doesn't even really matter at this point, Matthew, but let me just try to get you on the board at the very least. Matthew,
Yes.
What is Zyn? What is Zyn?
A little tobacco pouch.
All right,
You put it in your
finally.
mouth.
That's the one thing we want.
A nice red.
Tobacco. Something you'd enjoy with, nice risotto.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations. We got Deftones tickets we're giving away all weekend here at KROQ, and we have some extra pairs to give you today and tomorrow morning here just by listening to Klein Alley Show. A little bit later this morning, Tone Deaf for Deftones, as we found the most tone-deaf singer on the show, who's Vanessa, and she will be attempting to sing some songs. And all you got to do is figure out what song she's attempting to sing.
Excuse me, you also are tone deaf.
Well, there was an argument as to who is the most tone deaf on the show. Is it Vanessa? Is it me? Omar likes to play that clip of me singing the Phantom Planet song, Oh, California. So I would argue that I am potentially one of the more tone deaf people on the show. But maybe I'll have my chance tomorrow. Today is Vanessa's day to prove that she's tone deaf. But that's coming up later. Right now, it's Netflix or Notflix. If you'd like to join us, the number is 800-520-1067. Up for grabs. Listen to this. Not only do you get tickets, Allie, but it's even sweeter than that. Tickets to see Deftones Kia Forum on this Thursday, plus one lucky winner will also get to meet the band and score a VIP merch bundle.
Oh.
So you get a chance to win those with us right now during Netflix or Notflix.
And my favorite band is opening.
And again, which band is that, Jake?
Mars Volta.
And again, you can win those tickets later this morning with Vanessa for some Tone Deaf for Deftones. You know the way this game works, Allie. We read you descriptions of shows that are either on Netflix, streaming right now. A new month means all sorts of new shows, or they're shows we've made up. If it's one that we've made up, usually people say that was a stupid idea. No one would ever make that show.
Yeah, but I mean, Netflix is doing it right. They have a lot of movies and shows that have been winning awards, and some of the ones that you're about to read could be on the next year's lineup.
If you remember, not too long ago, during Netflix or Notflix, I described a show called Squid Games, and everyone said that's clearly made up. That sounds preposterous. What a dumb idea. And they, even the contestant guessed Notflix, and that became one of the biggest Netflix shows in the history of Netflix.
Yeah, and then we all kind of muscled our way through season 2, but still.
I have not yet. I gave up.
I finished it, and I was like, what?
No, one episode in.
Yeah, I think I'm like that far. I think I was the first.
I was like, start killing each other, goddamn.
I was the first person eliminated from season 2 of Netflix. So if you'd like to play the game, all you got to do is be on the phones. I'll read you the descriptions, and if it's made up, you'll hear this. Not. But if it's an actual Netflix show, you'll hear this. That's how we do things around here. So let's go ahead and say hi to contestant number 1, Netflix or Notflix. Everyone who gets theirs right, Allie will write your name down, and one of you will win the tickets to go see Deftones. All right, Dave in Garden Grove. Good morning, Dave.
How's it going, guys?
All right. Is this Netflix? Is this Notflix? We start with this. A new documentary about how a chef's life is upended when a jet-setting, champagne-sipping, hotel-hopping woman claims to be his mother. This show is called Con Mum. Con Mum.
What?
Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
Not.
All right, he says not. Show me Con Mum. Is that Netflix or Notflix?
Are you mispronouncing condom?
No. It's instead of con man, it's con mum.
Oh, so it's like
Mum.
British?
It's British.
Oh.
And that is
what are you
a
saying?
Netflix show that is coming on March 25th to Netflix. I didn't make that up. They made it up, and they actually shot it, produced it, and we'll be releasing it later this month. See that, Allie? Not everyone's one. The bad idea is their idea, not my idea.
Yeah, and I wonder if the title was better and that Netflix is like, hey, let's just change it to Con Mum, because then everyone at least knows what it's about. They're very on the nose with their titles.
We head to Simi Valley, and we say hi to Mitchell. Good morning, Mitchell. Welcome to KROQ, Netflix or Notflix time. How goes it?
Good morning, guys. Sweet Did.
Sweet Did.
In 2024, OnlyFans models made more than NBA players. But can they also win on the court? Netflix presents OnlyFans Madness, a bracket-style basketball tournament featuring OnlyFans' biggest stars. Winner to claim $5 million as they cut down the nets. It's a OnlyFans basketball tournament coming to Netflix. Is that Netflix? Is that Notflix?
That sounds too good to be real. I hope it's not real. I'm going to say Notflix.
Before we give you the answer, I saw that stat and I was blown away that they figured out if you take all of the earnings from everyone in the NBA from last year and you take all of the earnings from everyone on OnlyFans, the OnlyFans people out-earn the NBA players by...
Why does that surprise you?
Yeah, there's so many more OnlyFans people.
Yeah.
I found that still to be just shocking. And I think the top OnlyFans earners were still doing better than the top NBA players, which was even crazier.
I'm sure that there's an OnlyFans model out there who's making more than LeBron James.
That part blows my mind, but I guess I get it.
And probably could go to the grocery store without people being like, oh my God, what?
He says Netflix, OnlyFans Madness is...
Not!
Damn it. Hold on one second. He got his right. That is a made-up show. That does not exist. We move to contestant number 3 now. Mirabelle, welcome to KROQ, and good morning.
Good morning.
Netflix time. Real shows, ones we've made up. You just got to tell us. Is it Netflix? Is it Notflix? Here we go. An AI home system named Cassandra helps with cooking, cleaning, and even watching the children. In fact, she's watching just about everything that goes on before Cassandra's consciousness is uploaded into the smart home's computers, and she spends her human existence living a miserable life with her son and wayward husband. This show is called Cassandra. Is that Netflix or is it Notflix? It's another show of a AI robot gone wrong.
Oh, man. Gonna say Notflix.
Notflix. Show me Notflix.
Oh.
That is on Netflix, and it is currently streaming as we speak.
Happy Women's Month.
That's right. I think it's like another one of those.
A miserable AI woman who gets stuck in a house raising kids.
Yeah, even she can't catch a break.
Cleaning.
All right, well, unfortunately, that is a real show, and that's Netflix's show, not ours. Ivan, we give you a shot in Long Beach. Netflix, Notflix. How goes it?
Hey, good morning, you guys. Sweet divots.
Sweet divots. Here we go. How far would you go when $1 million is on the line? 12 people will participate in a thrilling game of predator and prey that begins when one player is awarded a life-changing amount of money. The less fortunate players then have to hunt down and eliminate the millionaire for a chance to secure the cash for themselves. This is called $1 Million Secret. Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
This actually sounds very plausible, but I'm going to go with Netflix.
All right. Once again, people just don't believe that anything that sounds even a little bit real could be real, so he's going Notflix. Show me Notflix.
What? Isn't this just Squid Game again?
Also Netflix, and that is coming on March 26th, $1 Million Secret.
So you have to hunt down and kill the person?
I don't think you actually get to kill them. I think it's like probably laser tag style. I don't think you actually get to kill them. I think that's the vibe of the game, but they probably don't actually do the killing because that would be,
well, that'd be way more interesting.
I agree, but for the lawyers, that'd be difficult. Anthony, we give you the final one. So far, not a lot. Only one person has gotten theirs correct so far. Anthony, how goes it?
Hey, guys, Sweet Knockers.
Sweet Knockers, here we go. Teams of 4 have to go from New York to L.A. in a cross-country race where 3 people will be sloppy drunk while participating in drinking challenges in states across the way, and 1 sober driver must do the rest. This is called the Great Designated Driver Race. Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
Man, it sounds very doable, but I'm going to go with Netflix.
Show me Netflix.
Not!
That is not a real show. But think for a moment, Allie, about the concept of a show where it's you and 3 friends, and you have to take turns getting either sloppy drunk or being the sober one to help get the team across the country while you have 3 friends in the back seat.
And you have to do like drinking challenges throughout it?
Constantly puking in the back seat, demanding you stop at Taco Bell.
But then you're like, I have to keep going because I want to hose off the car because I have to get there first.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that'd be a great show, but we made it up. Not real. All right. Only one of these people is going to win some tickets, Allie. Only 2 got theirs correct. Was it Mitchell in Simi Valley or Anthony in La Habra. Who's going to see Deftones?
I will say, Mitchell, you're the winner.
Mitchell, congratulations.
Let's go!
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Love you and thank you. Not only will you be seeing Deftones this Thursday, you are a step closer to actually meeting the band and scoring some VIP merch. If you want in on that experience, you'll have a chance next hour, and Vanessa will be taken to the microphone for a little round of Tone Deaf for Deftones, so be ready to win those tickets then.
Now, the top OnlyFans model makes about double LeBron James.
Jesus Christ. As she should. It's KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show on a Monday morning, streaming live on YouTube for you to enjoy. Thank you, Friday, for helping us have a personal best. Many people stopped by to check out the show as it was happening. Understand why you were watching on Friday with the high voltage food review and the lie detector guy in studio. Lots of fun continuing. So if you're not already following along, subscribing KROQ's YouTube page, you can find us there. And if not, we'll be right here hanging on your ear holes where we belong.
I had one of my most awkward and uncomfortable dinners of my life over the weekend, and I wonder if you would have done the same in this situation. I don't know how often, Klein, you or anybody just tries out a new restaurant out of the blue anymore, without really looking anything up on Yelp or doing some research or getting it recommended to you by somebody. Just random, there's a place around the corner, let's try it out.
I don't think people do that much anymore because I think people go, everything's expensive now, and the idea of going to a place that I at least know what I'm going to get and it's good and consistently good, there's a value. The idea of going to a restaurant knowing you're going to probably spend at least $100 for two people to eat dinner, and then at the end of the whole thing to be like, that was not even that good. I feel like you get really mad at yourself.
You spend the time wondering, was this the right choice?
Right.
So we were wanting to get some dinner, and we were driving by this area that we don't live in, and I was like, why don't we go to this sushi place that's in this parking plaza? It says Nuki Sushi or whatever. Let's go in there and let's just eat, and we'll see what it's like when we get in.
You knew nothing about
wasabi. No.
Shut up, Klein. You're going to get us in trouble.
But if a sushi place in LA is surviving, it's probably not terrible, right?
Probably not terrible is an interesting barometer to start at. Probably not. I mean, there's a lot of places that are open that I think to myself, every time I drive by them, how is that place open?
We were also starving, so there wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of energy to make a decision.
Can I ask you a question? What was next to it in the strip mall? Like what?
A pizza place.
And then anything else in there that's like a good gauge of, no?
There was an ice cream place and a Taekwondo studio.
Okay. That's a good strip mall right there. I like that. You get a lot done
there. Randomness. And I think a nail place.
Oh, man, they got it all.
It was really
literally all. You got to live right there. You never have to leave.
Yeah. So we walk in, And immediately I noticed there is not one soul in this restaurant.
What time is it? Early or?
It was like 5:30.
5:30 is a bit of a grace period where people may not have shown up yet.
I wasn't expecting it to be packed, but once we got there, it was also very small, like smaller than it looked on the outside. And it was just, 3 or 4 little tables that were all very close together, no music, and then a kind of order up counter with 3 people looking straight at us as soon as we walked in, waiting for us to come in, excited that we were coming in. And I thought to myself, all I want to do is turn around and leave because I don't want to be the awkward people having an awkward dinner at a musicless sushi place where no one is there.
Did they seem too excited to see you? Like, finally, we got someone.
Yeah, and they all did the in chorus hello thing.
How does that sound?
Sushi hello.
I'm not going to do it.
Do it, Allie.
No.
I don't know.
Omar can play it.
Some people don't know. Some people don't know what we're talking about. You walk in, sometimes they greet you.
I don't know what they say, and I'm going to offend people if I say it. I think it's wasabi, right, Omar?
Definitely.
That's what it is.
Wasabi! Definitely that's not what it is.
They all say it
Definitely
together.
not what it is.
And I say wasabi to you, and they say table for 3, and I say yes. And then Katie is going under her breath, I don't know if I want to stay here. This is like really awkward. There's nobody here. There's no music. I thought maybe there would be beer here. There also wasn't any alcohol.
What?
So that was awkward. I feel like every sushi place has like a couple of beers and some sake.
Sapporo Light,
No, iced tea. Nothing.
Zero.
No. So then it was even, you can't even loosen up with a drink and just be like, hey, whatever, we're alone in this restaurant. And I don't know, would you have had the balls to turn around and leave? Because I feel bad. Like, they were all so excited that we were there, but I don't like to eat in a place where I'm the only one. Walking
into a dead place, and especially when you see them all, sometimes they all look at each other, the people working there, and they're kind of like, let's not mess this up. We got someone. You can sometimes feel the desperation, but then you also feel like, man, if I leave right now, it's going to be real weird.
Yes,
but,
and you
but
can
I got a
see
weird
them.
vibe going. Right. Sometimes you walk into a place and there's a smell to the place. Sometimes sit right. You're like, we got to get out of
And
here.
no music is a killer.
Yeah, the no music is weird. And also, I know exactly what you're talking about, the talking under your breath thing, because you can't even talk out loud because it's so small.
I know, because they
They'll
can
you.
hear.
So you got to be like, I think we should get out of here. Can we get out of here?
Yeah. And then the person who's taking my order takes the order and then goes, thank you, and then goes the steps 4 spaces away and just stands
Right.
there.
Right.
And I'm like, all right. But then at one point, I was like, I needed more wasabi, and I went up to her, and she was on her phone, and I was kind of like, I don't want to bug her.
Yeah.
Like, she's on her phone.
Now,
she doesn't have to do anything. Just let her hang out.
At any point when you're sitting there now that you've sat down and you've committed, do you then go, let's just see how this place, because most people would then take out the phone, but let's just see how this place Yelps, or let's see how this place reviews. Do you decide to go, because every once in a while you need, not that I necessarily buy into those BS reviews, but at least you go like, all right, look at this thing. 900 people have reviewed this thing at 3.5 stars, so at least it's something.
I looked at it, and it did have good reviews, but I think because 99% of the people who go there just pick up. Because when I walked in, there was a huge table.
Mm-hmm.
One long table.
All just to-go orders.
Yes.
That's a good indication.
Yeah, I mean, the food was good, but obviously they were shocked that we were sitting.
Right.
Everyone else was shocked that we were, like nobody does that there anymore.
These dumb lesbians don't understand. This is a takeout place. What are they? They're sitting at the to-go.
Why are they just sitting there?
Yeah.
Leave already.
Why'd you say wasabi like that?
Wait, did you stay there? Were you the only, from when you sat down to when you left, were you the only, no one else came in and sat down there?
There was a couple people that seemed like they were going to sit down, but then they picked up their orders and left.
They probably went in and saw you guys. We got to get out of here.
We're lesbians here? I'm not going to be here.
It's like, but overall, Allie, is that going to be now? Because that's how you discover your next favorite place. You're like, oh, you know what? It's actually great.
If it had been half the price, I would have been like, this is my new hole-in-the-wall sushi spot.
Yeah.
But it was just expensive as all the other ones.
Yep. Save Society is which couple out there is the biggest dick couple. And when we use the word dick, we're not meaning it in the way that Pee Wee Herman would use it. We're meaning it more in a, this couple, maybe
in that case, do be a dick.
Yeah, maybe you like them. Maybe they're a fine couple, you hang out with them, but there's something about that couple that just, they fit into a couple that is, you know, society could do better without. And there's some clear ones coming through already on the text line. We'll get to your calls as well. Our favorite nominee, we will invite you to join us this Friday with some lift tickets.
818 wanted to nominate right out the gate the couple that walks way too slowly together.
Oh.
Whether it's at a grocery store or on a sidewalk, they are so oblivious to the fact that they're blocking everyone from getting by, but they don't care because they're so in love.
Hey, Sophia, it is officially the most romantic time of the year, only 2 weeks and a few days away from Valentine's Day. It's all about them couples. Which couple would you like to nominate right out of the gate as biggest dick?
All right, here goes to Maria and Dan.
Well, you don't have to give specific. You have to give specific names.
You suck!
But what? Yeah. So what did Maria and Dan do that you think make them a terrible couple?
Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, when me and Maria, we make plans, and without any notice, she brings along her boyfriend.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, the invite without asking.
Well,
I don't like that either.
It's the couple that can't do anything separate. So even if it's clearly an event where it would not be a couple event, it's always the one couple that for whatever reason shows up together.
But they don't say anything in advance,
No.
like that the boyfriend's going to be there.
Right, and it was probably pretty clear. Like she was thinking, girls' night, we'll get drinks. And they're like, oh, there's Dan.
And let me
Thanks,
guess,
Maria.
Dan's boring.
Yes.
Okay, great. We got it. Yeah, that's
Like
an
if Dan
interesting-
was cool, then they wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I know a couple like this. I think they finally broke up, but it became almost a joke that it didn't matter. We almost would set up the events to go, let's see how far we can push this to see if she still comes with him. So we'd be like, if we set up golf, she couldn't possibly show up. There's only 4 people in the group.
And
So
then
we'd
she'll
say
show
golf,
up?
and then she'd show up.
What?
And we're
Would she
"What?"
play?
No. She was like, I'll just hang out. We're like, what is going on here?
Don't you have a better thing? Like,
Don't you have 2 cars or something?
Yeah, oh my God.
Mark, all right, open nominees. Don't be a dick couples as we're officially entering the most romantic time of the year. Our favorite one, we'll get some tickets to join us Friday, Ditch Day, Snow Song. What's up?
Yeah, the couple that shows up to the function, like already deep in conversation, and then when you get there, you can't even add to their conversations because they're just constantly going at it. You can't even add to anything that they're saying.
Interesting. So they're in their own stratosphere.
Like
You can't-
Yes, exactly.
Well, fighting couple's a different sort of couple, I would argue, than what he's saying. He's saying a couple that is kind of oblivious to the fact that now
Other
there's
people have entered the conversation.
Others around now, and they're
Right.
still kind of in that A-B conversation. The fighting couple, which is an interesting one as well, obviously, are the couple that everything could set them off, and one of them's always mad at the other one.
Yeah, but one that I like even more, 626 put in on the text line, is the couple that seems very happy together, but then when they're alone, they will talk crap about the other person in the relationship to you.
Yeah.
You
that's a
know,
good
it's
one,
like,
too.
well, he always does this, he always does that. And then the girlfriend comes over and she's like, well, he blah, 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 blah. You know, they're always crapping on each other, but then when they're together, it seems like they're, quote, happy.
Right, publicly, they look very happy. Hey, Ryan on KROQ, don't be a dick. Talking couples now as we are in the most romantic time of the year. Which couple do you like the least?
Yeah, I like to nominate the couple that has to plan a double date and fights every single time a date is planned. Not even an hour goes by, and there has to be an argument for the most pettiest thing.
It's interesting,
For
'cause
example,
sometimes
you
that's-
didn't wake me up for Disneyland.
Yeah, sometimes that's the glue that keeps that couple together is the fact that they're so heated. Because they always say not fighting at all is a big red flag. If you're not fighting at all, that means kind of you're both checked out. But
yeah,
if you're
but then
fighting,
there's always fighting.
if you're fighting constantly about every little thing. And it's always interesting, too, because I've sat next to, like, people at restaurants before where there's a couple that's been together for a while and then, like, a new couple. And the new couple's getting along because they still like each other. And then the couple that's been together for a while is like, look at your future.
Yeah. Oh, the steak. Well, you shouldn't get the steak. You're not going to eat it. You have a heart thing.
Right. George, K-Rock, welcome. It's Don't Be a Dick Couples. Our favorite nominee will get tickets to join us Ditch Day. What do you got for us?
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
So the couples that talk to themselves like babies, one to each other, and they also talk in third person.
Give me an example of the first, the baby talk, please.
So, so let's imagine John and Katie, and John is like, "Hello, how are you doing?" And the other one is like, I'm good, baby. I'm good. And they talk to each other like that. They're like, oh, baby bear. And they're talking one to each other like that.
Keep going. I'm still unclear.
Give us a few more examples, if you could.
Like, oh, you were talking about the steak, and they're like, oh, you're a big boy. You would like to eat the steak today? And they're talking like that, and you're like, what is going on with these guys?
Uh-huh.
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
What do you say?
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
So it's just like that. They go on and on and on like that, and you're on the other table hearing them, and it's kind of really uncomfortable to hear that.
Right. And if they were by themselves on the bed doing pillow talk, how would that sound?
Like in the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be the same.
Yeah, give an example.
All right. So they will be like, oh, you're working today? You're working? When are you going to be home? I'm waiting for you. I want to see you today. And things like that, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And
if one of them ordered a donut and the other one wanted to try the donut, what would that sound like?
Oh, my God. Can you please give me a piece of your donut? I really want a piece of your donut.
Right. I get it. Starting to make sense. Right. All right.
I find that really annoying.
Yes.
Right.
I can see. It sounds like it. All
We
right.
can understand
All
now.
right.
I think we have a clear picture.
I get that one now.
But we'll
Yeah.
come back to you later.
Yeah. Think of a good example, George, so we can role play a situation. We'll get back to you in a second. Daniel on KROQ, good morning. Don't be a dick. What's up?
Morning. What's happening, guys?
Looking for nominees for the biggest dick couples. As a result, tickets up for grabs, and we're going to save society by eliminating one of these couples once and for all. What's up?
So I hate the couples that when you're at dinner and this couple, they're having such a good time that they have to make sure everybody around them knows it. They're joking around and trying to make everybody else kind of envious of their happy relationship when, sometimes I'm having a real conversation about I forgot eggs or toothpaste, from the grocery store.
Yeah, I get it.
I wonder what that would sound like.
George, back to George. George, if the couple you're talking about is having a conversation about eggs or toothpaste, how would that sound? George?
Does the baby want his eggs like these? Scrambled?
All right.
With the toothpaste?
All right, hold on.
Great. Okay.
Different.
Good nominee as well.
We have a different George on the phone right now. He will not. He's playing for second place. But go ahead. Other George from the 562. What's up?
Yeah. My deal is the younger person that thinks they're a life coach offering you advice on how to raise your
that's a
kids.
good one.
Yes, that's a great nominee.
Like, I found the person of my dreams
Right.
because I did this.
Oh,
you know?
yes, the couple that thinks they can answer all of your questions. They know their relationship has made it 5 years successfully, so they are the
They
gurus
figured out life,
of
yeah.
relationships. That's a great nominee.
626 wanted to nominate me personally and my wife, and I just wanted to say couples who look like each other
Oh, I hate that.
is definitely
God damn.
something that really aggravates people.
Yeah, I agree. Jen, it's time to nominate couples. Don't be a dick. Got to pick our favorite in a second. Give away this lift tickets. Which couple are you hoping to nominate?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We did.
Sweet Dips.
I want to nominate the swingers, like the open relationship couple, especially like the older couples that just want to spice up their relationship, and they're always trying to flirt with you. And
I agree.
The flirting is the part that's annoying about it because they're like, "And you want to join in too?" And you're like, "I don't know, man."
They're very. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Then we get into a brand new hour of the show with a big announcement that could drastically change your life forever. You don't want to miss that. That'll be happening the second we're done with this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, the Oscars last night, the big favorites did not win. The Brutalist and Wicked were both nominated for 10 Academy Awards, but Honora ended up winning many of the categories: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Screenplay, and Best Editing. Zoe Saldana and Kieran Culkin won for Best Supporting. And as for the hosting, Conan O'Brien did a good job. He was very familiar. It sort of felt like sleeping with an ex, something that you expect. And it really wasn't anything unexpected from him. There were a couple bits to me that seemed a little overly reminiscent of Nikki Glazer's Golden Globes opening monologue, and I wonder if you agree. So this was one of Nikki Glazer's jokes from the Golden Globes.
Wicked, queer, night bitch. These are not just words Ben Affleck yells after he orgasms. These are some of the incredible movies nominated tonight.
And then this is Conan last night.
A complete unknown. A real pain. Nosferatu. These are just some of the names I was called on the red carpet.
I mean, obviously not a structure that has not been used by many people. It just made me immediately think of her monologue, and I was like, God, her monologue was so much edgier and so much better. And then they both had an Adam Sandler bit, too, which seemed kind of weird that both of them had that.
Right.
And Adam Sandler, you know, they're talking about how great everybody looks, and then Sandler is there in his hoodie and his gym shorts.
You're dressed like a guy playing video poker at 2 a.m., Adam.
And you know what, Conan? I like the way I look, because I'm a good person. I don't care about what I wear or what I don't wear. Did my snazzy gym shorts and fluffy sweatshirt offend you so much that you had to mock me in front of my peers?
And this went on for a while.
Long time. And I love the Sandman. I'm a big Conan guy, too. Long bit. Also, feel like the real actors that are in the room, not that Sandler's not a real actor, because he's probably, brought in more box office dollars than a lot of those people. But
I'm surprised to hear you say that. You're such a huge fan of his.
I'm a fan of Sandler, but I think Sandler's just being Sandler in every movie. I don't think he's really acting much, but the... I think
Uncut Gems?
Well,
he was phenomenal.
Did you see him in Spanglish?
No, I never saw that one. But I'm talking about the classics, the Happy Gilmore, the Billy Madisons, all that. Bulletproof, a very underrated film.
Okay.
I think that some of the real actors in that room are probably going like, "Oh, come on!" Like the
real
ones,
actors.
Yeah,
why are you crapping on Sandler,
I love
dude?
Sandler, but I think that he's a goofy
How
actor.
the tables have turned.
No, I'm a
damn dude.
Hey, shut up, Klein. You shuck it.
Hey, come on, Sandler.
You are all welcome to join me for a game of 5-on-5 basketball at Veteran Park tonight. Midnight tip-off, the guy from Nosferatu. Where is he? He's on my team. One more thing.
And then he goes to Timothy Chalamet. So that was the best part, was referencing his bit with Nikki Glaser at the Golden Globes. Yeah. So to me, I was like, okay, I kind of wished that it had been Nikki Glaser the whole time.
I heard a funny story that, Conan and Sandler, I guess their kids both went to the same school, some school around it. I don't know, some private school, I guess. And I guess the bit is that the two of them would constantly sign the other person up to do a bunch of volunteer work at the school.
Oh, that's so funny.
So they'd be like, and he'd be like, I didn't volunteer. And then Conan would be like, yeah, I signed you up for that. Like that was supposedly the funny. So they're like, I guess, good buddies.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that they were friends. All right, if you look at the numbers for our YouTube live stream, and then you look at the numbers for Jackie and Shadow, the Bald Eagles, and Big Bear.
Oh, we got to be doing better than Jackie and Shadow.
There may be a slight difference in viewership.
They didn't do high voltage food review. They didn't eat the $20 strawberry.
They don't need to. There's a crack in an egg, and it is big news.
Pip Watch.
We're on Pip Watch. There are currently 34,165 people watching an eagle
I'm one of them.
Sit on an egg. So am I.
Omar, you're not watching this show. You're watching that show?
That's correct.
I'm actually watching both. I have I
don't have time for you guys, for sure.
I know. Netbangers, stay firm here at KROQ, please.
I don't know who it is, Jackie or Shadow, but they're chewing on a twig, and it is fascinating.
So one of the eggs is cracked, and they're hoping that there's...
chewing on a twig.
Allie, yeah, if you can start chewing on twigs more...
I think I should start sitting on eggs.
Whatever they're doing on that Jackie and Shadow live feed, we got to start doing some of that here, because they're crushing it.
Well, because it's easy, and you can just keep it open, and it's relaxing, and it's just the ultimate... what's going to happen, you know? And I guess they haven't had an eaglet hatch in 3 years. And they had one hatch, and they named it Spirit, which I was like, what is this name? And so I guess they did like an online contest to determine the name of the eaglet. But since then, there have been all these unsuccessful hatchings. We all watched for like a month plus last year, and then nothing ever happened. And then I think one of the eagles ate the eggs or something, and it was real weird. But now, because we have a crack, potentially in 1 to 3 days, we will have the first hatching. And I think maybe there would be more.
It's funny that if you're a bird and you find out that you were named after the worst airline available, that's got to really suck.
Seriously.
You're going like, oh, they named me Spirit? You got to be
Why
kidding
didn't
me.
you name me Delta?
That's terrible.
All right, and then a quick update on the Pope. He's been dealing with some health problems lately with double pneumonia and early signs of kidney failure, and then it seemed that he was improving. But now the latest is that the Pope has had a coughing fit and inhaled vomit and now requires assisted ventilation, which is punk rock.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Let's keep going. Keep on poping.
Inhale and vomit.
You got God on your side,
Rock
right?
and roll, baby.
Big announcement. The second we're done with MyChem, and it will change your life forever. That's next on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Monday. A brand new week has officially begun. We are Klein Alley Show on KROQ. It's also a new month. Welcome to March. This hour on the show, lots to get into. Deftones will send you to the show on Thursday. Plus
and Mars Volta.
Give you a chance. And Mars Volta. Jake does not want us to forget or snub the opener, who is his favorite band on planet Earth. But I think the headline here is Deftones and a chance to meet the band. No word here if you get to meet Mars Volta or not.
Well, I know that the people who love Deftones love it hard, and the opportunity to meet them and interact with them and get that merch bundle.
Oh, yeah.
And Megan Holiday, I know, is a huge Deftones fan and a huge Mars Volta fan, so Jake's not the only one.
So we'll give that chance to you a little bit later this hour. Tone Deaf for Deftones with Vanessa. Testing out her singing chops over the airwaves of KROQ, and I'm going to warn you in advance. I heard some of the practicing in the hallway. Oh, boy.
Did you hear her say, I think I might try and sound a little worse because I'm too good?
Actually, now that I'm practicing, I don't think I'm that bad, actually.
There's confidence.
With confidence.
There's confidence
Because
for
I
you.
don't want to sound too confident because I actually do suck. But
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm that. I don't feel like I'm bad.
Well, the last time you did some singing over the airwaves, if I remember correctly, she had just had a bunch of dental procedures done. That's when she got her dead teeth fixed, and we did Numb That Tune, where she was completely numb, and she delivered a couple of really terrible renditions of songs, but she was all jacked up, and she had gauze in her mouth, and she was nitrous-y.
Yeah, Vanessa, we want to start doing that every week. So
Can you get more dental work
if you
done?
can just get dental work every week, that would be awesome.
So that'll be coming up later this hour. Also, Jake was in the streets for some street science, talking about how no one can sleep anymore. He got people's solutions for the epidemic of lack of sleep, which is affecting us all. That's all coming up later this hour. But right now, a big announcement as we have a new trip to give you. And let's go ahead and picture yourself on this airplane ride right here. Because destination number 7, KROQ's Mile High Club, will send you to Barcelona, Spain, to see.
You gotta keep them separated. So if you don't break, just overcompensate. At least you know you can always go on Ricky Lake. Gotta get away from me. I want you. Now, why don't you gotta talk? Now you gotta wait. Yeah, alone, I'll put a band right now. Got a bad habit, that's all I want. It's okay, 'cause I got no self-esteem. So it's hard to see.
That's right, The Offspring in Barcelona, Spain. Try saying it like that, Allie. It's not easy. You got to really bite down.
You sound like Sandler.
You got to. Hey, Barcelona!
Barcelona.
You got to go to. Here's all you got to do to win. You got to listen to KROQ. There's the rub. 9 noon, 3-6. And if you're caller 20, when told to call us, that'll start this morning in less than an hour. You will get on the standby list to go see the Offspring Barcelona. Plus, you'll win some tickets to see them right here at their Kia Forum show happening on August 29th. So, Offspring once and potentially twice, and again in Barcelona, Spain.
This is why I pronounce things like an ignorant white woman. Because saying Barcelona feels more in my lane than Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun part of winning, is that you get to tell people for many months, what are your
I was
what are
in
your plans?
Barcelona.
I went in Barcelona.
That's how you say it
So
there.
you want to go and see this band right here? I hope you keep listening to KROQ. We'll have your first chance to hop on the standby boarding list in less than an hour. This should get you in the mood right here on KROQ. Good morning.
Keep them separated.
in advance. The only person that may back me up on this is Omar, maybe, but I could also see him turning on me pretty quickly. I'm over the Girl Scouts. And I feel that this year is the year that they finally broke me. I mean, this year of all years, they have gotten out of control and very aggressive. More so, and I know the argument's been going on for a while now. They set up, you can't escape them. Sometimes I catch them on the way into Ralph's and the way out of Ralph's. They got 2 tables, both sides.
I know. That happened to me yesterday when I went to the store. They were only on one side, thankfully, so I just exclusively. And I bet they see all day long people walking up to that entrance, seeing that they're there, turning and going to the other entrance.
And that's got to hurt, but also at some point, and I get it, maybe at some point there's a good cause. I'm not really even sure if they're raising money for a good cause or not. I don't know if it's a cookie pyramid scheme, as people have made the point of saying. It's
I think it's supposed to go to the Girl Scouts Association so they can, bring experiences to
it's not a non-profit. It's a profitable organization. It makes a lot of money. And I don't
but they claim, I think, that it just goes back into the Girl Scouts program.
Of course. That's what I would say, too, if I had a good cookie scam operation going. The point is, used to be one of those things. They were there if you needed them. And, you'd have to deal with that uncomfortable conversation with a coworker that would be like, my daughter's trying to sell some Thin Mints. And you go, all right, put me down for a box. And that was the end of that. And now it's like... It's full-on aggressive.
For me over the weekend, not only were the Girl Scouts everywhere, but I feel like the parents are more of the taking charge than the kids.
Yes.
It used to be like, hey, there's, a little girl there asking me, hey, can you buy cookies? And I'm like, no, get away, kid. But now, like, the parents are in your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing? It's supposed to be the little kid doing the work, not you.
Yeah, because they are putting the pressure on themselves and their children to sell the most boxes because people are naturally competitive and they have those perks, right? If you have if you're a top seller, you get some pretty nice swag and stuff and experiences. I think some of them you can spend the night at Universal Studios and stuff.
I get it. I get if you're a kid why that would be fun. My daughters drive by.
It would not be fun to me at all.
They drive by the Girl Scout folding tables and they say, I want to do that. And I go, over my dead body. Never been a Girl Scout in my family.
I want to be a part of a nice group of people that support me.
We're getting Oreos, like the good Lord intended.
If
Let's
they
go.
wanted to join Girl Scouts, you would not let them?
Well, they actually did want to join this year, and I told them as I was signing up, I said, just so you know, you've already missed the cookie selling. Like, you can't get involved until after the cookie selling is over because it was too late for them to get in a troop this year or something like that. And they're like, all right, we're out. All they care about is the cookie thing because they want to eat the cookies.
Yeah, but you should tell your younger daughter that you can play with knives.
Can you do that anymore?
Yeah, I did that when we went on.
They are a nonprofit.
They are a nonprofit?
Mm-hmm. What I don't like is that one box is not good enough anymore.
That's my point.
Because I've bought a box and they looked disappointed, and I also think they were expecting a tip. And I'm like...
A tip?
Yes, because
they're
like, just, put the amount that you... Because I Venmo'd.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, well, the box is $6, but, whatever you think. And I'm
whatever
I think is $6. That's what I think because that's what it costs.
Allie said about $3. What I think is half of what you're asking for. That's what I think.
They were like, oh, okay, just, lonely bought one box over there,
right.
Just like a sad, this is pretty much worthless, but send me $6, sure.
And they also yelled down the line, like, this woman only got one.
Cheap woman
just
walking.
One.
Cheap woman walking.
Yeah, and they don't also take no anymore. Like the concept of no or I already bought, even if you have already bought, now a lot of people lie and say I already bought. But even if you actually have, there's been years I have like a bunch of, I'm like, dude, my whole thing is full of Thin Mints. I bought $100 worth of boxes.
Right.
I'm tapped. And they still go, yeah, but you didn't buy from us.
I think that they work with the political canvassers to be able to answer every question, because they'll tell you, like, if they ask this, have this as a response. If they ask this, have this as a response. Because you got to keep them engaged. You got to keep them going until you can sell them cookies.
Yeah, I mean, this year to this point, and I'm very proud to say this, and I do support, organizations, and I love cookies. I think that Samoa is a damn good cookie. But I, to this point, have not bought a Girl Scout cookie yet this year.
And you're trying to go a whole season?
I'm trying to go a whole season. I've never been able to in the past. And this weekend, it felt like they quadrupled. They were everywhere.
909 said, I saw a group of all parents selling cookies.
Yeah, not one kid.
Not one kid.
Yeah.
Outside Stater Brothers.
Allie, I went into my mailbox, which I never do, and there was like, they're making flyers now that say like a QR code, scan this, text this number, we'll bring them to you. They make it so you can't even escape them. Even if you were to just hunker down just like hide in your house until the end of Girl Scout cookie season, they'll still find you.
Seems like you would like that. Just make it easier to get cookies.
Yeah.
You know what? They're on to me. They know me.
310 said, I have a Girl Scout in my building, and her mom said that no one is buying Girl Scout cookies this year, and it's been a real struggle.
I don't believe it. I mean,
my wife bought 2 boxes over the weekend. It's just like crazy.
I know, and I've already laid down the law. I said, guys, let's keep it together. All right, let's be on the same front here.
Yeah,
all right?
It sounds like you're laying down the law.
Well, yeah, man.
Guys, come on, let's keep it together.
On that
What a leader.
Now I'm craving a Samoa, so I think I'm going to probably buy a box on the way. If there's any Girl Scouts near the radio station, please stop by. I'll buy some boxes right now. Thank you.
Join the Mile High Club.
Heck yeah, let's go.
How would you like to join the Mile High Club?
Oh my God, thank you guys.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 7. Go emo while exploring the Gothic Quarter. Take a dip at one of the best beaches in the world and snap a selfie with a Picasso when you flamenco dance your way to see The Offspring in Barcelona, Spain.
This is Dexter. I'm Noodles from The Offspring. And I'm reading this, can't you tell?
Listen to 9, noon, 3, and 6 and instantly win tickets to their show at the Kia Forum August 29th. You'll get on the standby boarding list to see him again in Barcelona. Courtesy of Live Nation and Concord Records.
You're listening to the world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water, straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
A Uline. They know going the extra.
Time for a butt roundup. It's KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Stuff going on in the world, stuff going on in the news, stuff potentially happening to your own body involving your ass. And you don't know about it because the news buries butt stories. And that's where we come in, Allie, with something that we call butt stuff.
It must be a special occasion. Oh, yeah. It's time for butt stuff.
In this edition of Butt Stuff, been quite a few stories of people actually getting butt-related injuries. Now, I know last time we did a butt stuff, it was a lot of people doing these backdoor, pun intended, like surgeries with non-licensed doctors that were doing butt injections, and then they were getting like cement in there, and it was a whole problem. Now, it seems there's a couple of good butt-related stories that we should share with you, including the bulldog puppy that was born without a butt.
What?
But has made a miracle recovery after a life-saving surgery.
Klein, who has an extra butt to donate?
I don't have an extra butt. I have an extra hole. It's very different. Complex operation and built the dog a new bottom from scratch. 3-hour surgery.
Lucky from scratch? What kind of scratch?
Lucky then spent a week recovering and learning how to relieve herself, and now she is a fully functioning bulldog puppy born without a butt. I didn't even know that was possible in the world of dogs, but that is a medical miracle right there.
So I'm happy that this dog now has a butt. However, there are a lot of humans that, we just talked to one-armed Gary yesterday who needs an arm. Yep. People that don't have legs.
People love doing stuff for puppies born without stuff. That's like the world can rally.
My God, like puppies in wheelchairs, puppies with artificial butts. They love it, and they will come out of the woodwork. They will donate so much money to make sure that every dog has a butt. And I just want to say, I understand animals are great, but people are pretty great too, and we should help them, maybe.
From good butt stuff to bad butt stuff, here's this.
San Antonio police are working on a crazy case because they say the entire argument turned shooting was over a parking spot. Police say the man was at a store on West Commerce Street when he got into an argument with a group of guys over parking. When the man was leaving, he says the men started shooting at his car, hitting him one time in his rear end.
So that guy got shot in the butt, and that is not the only bad shot in the butt story, Allie, because listen to this. Just when you thought that was the only thing you had to worry about, here's another one.
A Pensacola man is in jail this morning, suspected of shooting another man at a Waffle House.
Now, the sheriff's office says Lucky shot at the ground near the victim. The bullet ricocheted, hitting the man in the buttocks. Deputies say they found a bag of marijuana, other drugs on Lucky when they arrested him. He's being held without bond.
So that's two shot in the butt stories
what
right there.
What a strong floor that it ricocheted off the floor and into his butt.
Right in the butt, outside of a Waffle House. And that sounded like a great night up until the shooting in the butt because they had a bag of drugs, they had Waffle House, they had everything you could have asked for, minus the shooting in the buttocks.
But wouldn't you say that's probably the best place to get shot?
I mean,
it's all fat.
Yeah, I would think and it's a cool story.
But
and
the Waffle House.
Oh, the Waffle House is definitely the best place to get shot because you can immediately, point to the menu. You don't have to order. You just point to the picture. You got food coming.
Waffles.
Chunked and smothered, I say. And then there's this story. If you are one of the fans of Ozempic or Wegovy, you don't just have to worry about all of the other Ozempic face stuff. Ozempic butt is apparently taking over.
First, we had Ozempic face, and now we have Ozempic butt. It's this idea that when people are taking Ozempic, also called semaglutide, and they lose weight, or, by the way, Wegovy, just so you know, Ozempic is actually FDA approved for diabetes, helps with weight loss as well. Wegovy is semaglutide approved for weight loss, but whatever people may be taking, Wegovy or Ozempic, they are losing
someone's
weight
on Ozempic.
Yeah, this woman is
It's
definitely
so obvious.
defending the Ozempic.
They have a lot of benefits, and it helps with depression and diabetes, and it's FDA
They are
approved.
losing weight and ending up with Ozempic butt. I did a video on Ozempic face. Now we have Ozempic butt. So what is it? It's this idea that you lose weight, you lose enough weight, perhaps you lose weight quickly enough that your skin starts to sag, and that's in your derriere, your bum, your bottom, your butt.
So they're saying this
How
is
many
now.
more words is she going to come up with?
There's a lot of words for butt, and she uses all of them.
That your skin starts to sag, and that's in your derriere, your bum, your bottom, your butt, whatever you call it. And that can happen, honestly,
big
guys.
fat
with
asses. Thank you.
Did you say
Klein.
that, lady?
Yeah, you didn't say big fat asses like Klein did. You forgot that one, the obvious.
And that can happen, honestly, guys, with any time we, number one, lose weight, lose a certain amount of weight, lose weight at a certain speed, we can get sagging skin. And that's what...
She's on meth, this woman, I
She's
think.
on Ozempic and cocaine.
Yeah.
some people are realizing as they go through their, say, Ozempic or Wegovy or what...
Cozempic. She's got a little Cozempic going for her. She's a
Journey,
combination.
what have you. So when we talk about Ozempic, but is it surprising? Well, not really.
There you
Is
go.
it hot? Yes, it is,
Yes.
Chris.
There's a big roundup of all butt stuff. Also, experts wanted to point out that we were all making a giant mistake down there when wiping. Do you know what the mistake is, Allie? This is according to experts. This is the last story we have time for in butt stuff, this roundup.
People are going back to front?
That's a good guess. I think that only matters if you're a woman, I believe. I think guys can go...
Any which way they want.
International
Typical men.
international waters down there. Our body, our choice, right? Whatever we want to do. Want to take a guess?
I mean, another mistake. I think that we shouldn't even be using toilet paper at all. We should be using wipes because we get chapped asses.
You're using the wrong word altogether. They're saying the concept of a wipe
In general?
is all wrong.
You got to just do the bidet.
It should be a pat or a dab. Pat or dab. Wipe
What?
is... They're
How are you supposed to get stuff?
Listen, this is according to experts now. They say we are handling that area all wrong, and the whole notion of wiping is the problem.
I'm sorry, but if you're just doing a light dab, you got a stank ass.
I'm sorry, I'm an expert in this, and they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you realize how gross Jake's butt would be if he dabbed?
the butt experts
Be in there for
reveal.
an hour.
The butt experts reveal. You are in there for an hour.
I'll be
butt-
in there for 2 hours.
The butt experts reveal
Dabbing all day.
that the wiping and wiping hard is causing all sorts of problems for people because we're not doing the proper pat/dab method.
Oh,
Dabbing all the live long day.
So there you have it. That's been a very exciting
very graphic.
and graphic round of butt stuff. We take a super quick break. When we get back, oh yes, the bribery will commence. You go to Vegas, we got your tickets, trip, and you'll be at Sick New World with Metallica, Linkin Park, Queens of the Stone Age, AFI, Evanescence, 311, and others. And we'll do that after this.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ!
106.7 KROQ.
Gabby, from
Yes.
from Dion's genitals to yours. What's up?
Hi, how are you guys?
Great.
Great. Mine is actually true, though. I actually am going through having a cyst on my labia. And, yeah.
Allie,
What was that?
Allie, don't judge.
I didn't make that noise.
Stop
Allie,
it.
tisk.
It's
Yeah,
the
this is-
size of a quarter right now. One labia is bigger than the
You don't
other.
have to
Alex.
defend yourself to me. I'm not making those sounds.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone quiet
Yeah.
down. Explain it again. Allie,
Yeah.
try to keep it together. Go explain this again.
I have a cyst the size of a quarter on the left labia, and I've been squeezing it, trying to pop that.
Allie.
I will gladly show it to you, Allie. And I'm a personal shopper, so I have to walk all day for 8 hours, and my labia is rubbing against my other lady part.
This is not me.
I'm very sorry that you are telling us something very personal
I'm not grossed out. This is hot. Keep going.
That's even grosser.
You know what the
All
funny thing is that it feels gross, but it feels good. So it's like,
All right, Allie. Gabby, I'm sorry.
Gabby, thank you for your brave story.
What a story, Allie.
What was this an excuse for? Or this is just actually happening?
I think she thinks that we're going to help her medically. So, Gabby, have you used this to get out of anything or just to get off? What is the thing?
No, I actually asked my HR man. Thank God I'm close to my HR manager, and she knows what's going on.
She was like, same.
Yeah. Her name is Gabby, too, and, yeah, it's,
Klein, that was real.
Your chance to win Deftone tickets coming up very shortly on KROQ. Little Tone Deaf For Deftones. Vanessa will be singing, and if you can figure out what song she's trying to sing, you could score your tickets to the Deftones. That'll be happening in the next 10 minutes right here at KROQ. But first, it's time to uncover some street science, because no one is sleeping these days. And there's actual scientific reasons why, and then there's the science we find from the streets.
You are now about to witness the strength of street science.
Jake the Nerd out and about all over Los Angeles this weekend to try to get the answer to the question, why do you think no one is sleeping anymore, and how can we do something about it? If you're one of these people that just gets great sleep 5 nights, 6, even 7 nights a week, you are in the minority.
I think everyone has a different type of sleep problem. You either can't fall asleep, or you fall asleep and then you wake up and you can't go back to sleep.
Right.
Or you've taken on too many side hustles to where you've realized that you only get 3 hours of sleep a night, and they say it's going to kill us all.
And also you got all these influencers online saying, if you want to be a success, you don't need to sleep. You go to bed at 2 in the morning, you wake up at 3:15, you go to the gym, you meditate, you journal. It's like, where's the sleep? But then you have other people that go, if you're not getting your 8 hours of sleep, you're screwed.
And haven't there been times in your life where like, oh man, I'm really going through it, I must be depressed, and then you have like one good nap and you're like, oh, that's all that was?
Sometimes
I was just tired.
One good sleep could take care of a lot. Anyway, this is street science from people that apparently are less sleep deprived than we are.
People are getting worse sleep than ever before. Do you have any advice to help people get better sleep?
Weed. Take some THC. Take an edible. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Turn off the horrors. Take an edible.
What do you do?
Take a f***ing edible.
No, okay. Well, clearly that's what he does. That's that guy. And that guy sounds rested, right?
No.
Well, rested-ish.
Take a f***ing edible. You can get at least 20 milligrams of THC.
Oh, it's a big edible right there.
Dude, I don't know if
milligrams.
this has ever happened to you, but I'm starting to get edible hangovers.
Yeah, it happens. I think
I know, and I don't know what. All of a sudden, like, if I take an edible on a Friday or Saturday, whatever, I wake up and I'm so groggy, and it's like half the day I feel like that. And now I'm like, dude, am I getting off edibles?
Here's another person that has a theory as to why no one's sleeping, but also a solution.
People are getting worse sleep than ever before. Why are people getting worse sleep?
Oh my God, I don't know. But I slept from 7:30 to 2:30 today.
This person slept from 7:30 to 2:30. That was their sleep schedule.
7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.?
Oh, I assumed it was 7:30 p.m., which would have been a great sleep, but...
You went to bed at 7:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh,
there you go.
That's a totally different sleep schedule right there.
That's Jake's dream girl.
7:30
Sleeping all day.
until 2:30 p.m.
I just couldn't sleep. I don't know why. I actually don't really know why. Our phones.
Yeah, that would be my best.
Do you have any advice?
They sound
for people
asleep
to get
now.
better sleep?
They do sound even sleepier now talking
I
to
don't
Jake.
know why we're not sleeping.
That's just wild, though. I mean, most people, especially like on a Monday, you talk to people, I think everyone goes into the weekend and goes, I want to go out, I want to drink, I want to see people, but also, like, I'd love to, even just one night, love to get one decent sleep just to buy me another week.
Don't drink.
Don't drink.
But also I drink, so like get in your bed when you want to go to sleep. Like don't get in your bed until you're going to sleep.
That's one of those theories you hear about, right? Bed's not for hanging out. Bed's not for watching TV. Bed's just not even for sex. Just go to sleep. That's your sleep spot.
Yeah,
Nothing
our
else.
bed is for sleep and sex, that's all.
Yeah, but you're not even supposed to have sex in there because then your wires get crossed, and sometimes you get in bed and you get all horny. You're supposed to be like, this is my place to pass
No,
out.
my wires are fine.
Okay.
What do you do to get better sleep?
I was taking melatonin, but it makes me feel like so I saw my psychiatrist, and I'm taking different supplements now. And, like, don't drink coffee after 3.
So there you go. There's her theory. But she's, once again, this is the person giving advice that slept from 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. That was her sleep schedule.
So that 3 o'clock coffee was her morning coffee?
That would be her. That's definitely her first cup of the day.
Wow. And her last
20 minutes,
cup.
Rose.
Yeah. That's.
She's got like a 20-minute window for coffee.
Here's some more street science, Allie.
People are getting worse sleep than ever before. Why do you think that is?
I just think sleep has never been how it ever has been, and sometimes when you gotta sleep, you just can't sleep. And
This guy's got the best point of all. Sleep has never been how it has been, and sometimes when you go to sleep, you can't sleep at
Another
all.
thrilling, very awake person.
how are you gonna dream when you can't even sleep, you know?
How are you going to dream when you can't even sleep?
Wow.
That's like a Maya Angelou quote, I think.
No, what's that mean?
You know, sometimes dreaming just ain't sleeping, and if you can't fall asleep, how are you gonna stay awake if you just can't, you know, live out?
You get busy sleeping, you get busy dreaming.
You know, I mean, this guy.
Those sound like lyrics to a song. I love it. Do you have any advice for people to get better sleep?
Yeah, you know, earnestly, I'm not great at a regimented sleep schedule, but
Jake, you're inside of a bar doing these chats?
I'm outside the bar.
any smart person that I talk to would say, you know, if you dedicate time to scheduling and
This guy's putting me to sleep. I'm telling you, this is the answer. We found the solution. It's hearing this guy
It's
describe
that man.
sleep.
Outside of a bar or anywhere.
how and when you go to sleep, that always helps. But also, you know, all your worst fears and anxieties are gonna...
This guy's got one of those like calming sleep.
He's the
boring
new
voices.
McConaughey.
He really is.
You get to sleep when you want to.
What was the last thing? That's what was?
Gabapentin, you know.
Gabapentin?
Gabapentin. He's on the Gabapentin train.
What's that?
It's a prescription. I think it'll make you knock out. You also start talking like that guy. So street science.
Ringing endorsement.
What do we learn, Allie, is that everyone sounds sleep deprived, and the only way to get over not sleeping is by hearing people talk about how they can't sleep?
Exactly.
Wow, another successful street science. You want to win some Deftones tickets? Call us now, 800-520-1067. That is next. K-Rock, Klein, Alley Show. Every once in a while, even we outdo ourselves at K-Rock, and I'm surprised. And yes, we're giving away a trip to Barcelona to see The Offspring. You'll have your first chance to get on that standby list in about 30 minutes. But right now, Deftones will be at the Kia Forum this Thursday, and one lucky winner will not only get a pair of tickets to that show, you will also get to meet the band, score a VIP merch bundle, and that will be some life-changing stuff. And we decided, because we're not all great singers on this show, Allie's a good singer. That's why she does the national anthems and stuff at the big events.
That's right. I just got rejected from another major sporting corporation.
No, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Who rejected you?
Hockey.
Oh, the Kings?
Yeah.
They passed?
Oh, yeah. They said, send me a video of your last couple of performances, and I sent it, and then they said, sorry, we're all booked up.
Oh, man. That's crazy. I thought you were going to get it on that one.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years in a row now that I've been rejected, so maybe I'll keep the streak going.
Yeah, let's go. Meanwhile,
rejection is my only streak.
And that's a good voice you got. I mean, Allie actually has good pipes. Meanwhile, Vanessa has sung songs like this before on the radio.
I'm lost in this memories, leaving behind my own illusion. Lost.
Now, that was after she had some dental work done, so she was all numbed up. That was during Numb That Tune. But we decided, because we've got these Deftones tickets to give you, let's do something called Tone Deaf for Deftones. And the argument around here was that I and Vanessa are the two most tone-deaf people on the show. So today it's her time to sing, and she will attempt to do some songs. And if you figure out what song she's attempting to do, well, just like that, we'll write your name down. One of you will get yourself some tickets to go to the Deftones, and it could just possibly be the person that gets to meet the band. So, Vanessa, you decided to go into another studio and record these songs.
Yeah, because live, I would have really, really sucked. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do the lyrics clearly.
Now, I want to point out that all of the songs that she got to pick from are currently on a list of the world's least favorite and most popular karaoke songs. So understand, when you go to any karaoke bar, you probably will hear people do these songs, and yet the general public hates these songs because they are overdone and they are done poorly.
And though they are probably songs that are familiar to you, they may be tougher to guess than you might imagine, simply because of the way Vanessa sings them. I did get a chance to preview them a little bit, and they are
terrible.
Good.
The only way I want to hear these songs from now on.
So, Colin, we'll start with you in Thousand Oaks. We'll give 4 people an opportunity to hopefully get the song correct that Vanessa is singing. And Colin, here we go. This is song number 1. It's Tone Deaf for Deftones. Here is your song.
I see a little stiletto of a man, Sharakushmushi, Sakaramushi. Okay, how do you even say that?
Hold on. Don't let him have a chance to get the song. Do you know that
Fandango, Thunderbolt, and Lively?
Any guesses?
Colin?
Oh, man. I have no idea.
Oh.
Very, very frightened me. Galileo, 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 Galileo. Figaro Magnifico, but I'm just a poor boy.
All right, well.
There's no breaks or pauses. It just keeps going.
I know the song. I know what song.
I just heard this on Friday night.
Yeah, because you were at a karaoke place. Yeah, and everyone says, oh, let's do some Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's go ahead and light the world on fire, recreate that fine scene from Wayne's World. But no one has ever performed it quite like this.
I see a little stiletto of a man, Sharakushmushi, Sakaramushi. Sarakushmushi. Do that Fandango, Thunderbolt, and Lively.
Do the Fandango, everyone.
Very, very frightened me. Galileo, 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 Galileo. Figaro Magnifico, but I'm just a poor boy.
Okay,
Nobody loves me.
Oh.
He's just a poor boy. Poor family.
That's beautiful. All right, that guy got us wrong. Sorry, Colin. Moving on.
I like how you tried to do the other voice. He's just a poor boy.
Christina, you should know this. As we were doing Tone Deaf for Deftones, just by putting up with this, you very possibly could get some tickets to the Deftones. In fact, if no one gets theirs right, we'll just turn this into a caller 20 situation.
Great.
So we go down to...
No, I think we should just make Vanessa sing more songs until someone gets it.
Woodland Hills. Christina, did you know that first one while listening on hold or no?
Yes.
You did?
You did.
Okay.
All right. These are all songs that are on lists of songs that everyone hates hearing at karaoke, but we gave Vanessa a shot because she is one of the most tone-deaf people on the show. And song number 2 starts now. Here we go.
Nibbling on sponge cake. Watching the sun bake. All those stores covered with oil. Strumming my 6 strings. On my forearm porch swing. Smell those shrimp there. Beginning to boil.
All right, Christina.
Yeah.
What song was Vanessa attempting to do there?
I have no idea.
Oh, man, that's not good. That's 0 for 2 to start. This one I actually know only because the lyrics are kind of well known. But let me hear, did she ever get to the good part of it? Or is that
Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my last shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, that was terrible.
All right.
I know it's nobody's fault.
You're just joining us. This is Tone Deaf for Deftones, proving that Vanessa truly is tone deaf. And those were two of the probably most iconic, most sung songs in the world, Margaritaville and Bohemian Rhapsody. And people that have heard those songs a million times are still going, I have no idea.
I know. So
Zero
We
idea.
got to make this even easier.
All right, we're going to make it easier then. We'll say hi to Colton in Pasadena. Colton, welcome to Tone Deaf for Deftones. Hopefully you win some tickets to see the Deftones on Thursday at the Kia Forum. Here we go. Colton, did you get the last one while on hold?
No, I got the first one.
All right, here we go.
This sounds so not confident.
Here is your
No.
song. This is Vanessa, Tone Deaf for Deftones, and here we go.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a bling man. I'm sick of sight without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of
Colton.
what I really am. It's not you who say sorry.
All right.
I was waiting on a different story.
All right,
this
thank you.
time I'm mistaken for handling you a heart worth of breaking.
Colton, please tell me you know that song.
Yeah. I do know that song.
Go ahead.
How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
There you go.
How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
That is, to be honest, one of the finest versions of that Nickelback song that anyone has ever heard.
I've been wrong. I've been down. Been to the bottom of every bottle.
Oh,
There's
man.
5 words in my head scream. Are we having fun yet?
No.
No.
I think we need a karaoke night.
No, we're not.
He said, are you having fun yet? And then she goes,
Yeah. No.
Colton got his right. We'll give Melissa a chance. If Melissa gets hers as well, it'll be a 50-50. Once again, it's Tone Deaf for Deftones. This is the final song as performed by Vanessa.
all right, here we go. Ready?
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime and never let go till we're gone.
All right, Melissa.
My heart will go on for you, Vanessa.
There you go.
Beautiful. Well done. It's a beautiful song. And Vanessa's...
Love was when I loved you. Oh, one true time I hold you.
I love how she laughs in the middle of the song.
Man. All right,
That's so
Allie.
great.
2 got theirs correct. Melissa, Colton, pick one of the names at random, and we will determine who will be going to the Deftones.
All right, congrats to Melissa. You win.
Melissa! You're going to go see the Deftones
And Mars Volta.
Thursday night with Mars Volta, and your name is going to be written down here with a good chance we tell you you'll be meeting the band and getting a VIP merch bundle as well, all right?
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Thank you for starting it. Thank you, Vanessa. A little tone deaf for deaf. Oh, okay.
Far
Oh, boy.
wherever you are.
Klein, Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. KROQ.
That. So, according to the text line, that makes
us truly
that
crazy.
makes us all crazy. We couldn't even get through one question without all fighting. This will really make you think about how you perceive the world, and if you are a good, decent, upstanding citizen, or do you have psycho traits tendencies, etc.
562 said, Allie, I do not believe you're a psycho. You're just overly critical and highly judgmental, but definitely not psychotic.
A lot of these questions are about how you perceive your own success versus other people's failure, and do you actually have any emotion as it pertains to other people, quote, losers, etc. in the world. And
626 said that, even though Omar doesn't feel love is overrated, Omar's dad did.
Yep, that's right.
Yep, he sure did.
Got right out. All right, I have seen whoa, I just got oh, man. Just saw someone score on the show. Wow. That is, we may have to report that to HR. I'm not even kidding. All right, let's reveal the results now. Of course, if you'd like to take the quiz, we'll post the link up on our socials, Klein Alley Show. You can take it yourself. Great family event. Just gather up and around and figure out who in your family is the biggest psycho. Just a great thing to do on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, skip movie night and do this.
All right, let's see here. I got the results. Let's start with, you want to go lowest to highest?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, Omar said that he would be the lowest on the show. And even though a lot of people on the text line thought perhaps Omar would be the biggest psycho, he is perhaps the most normal, the least psycho, with a score of only 1.3 out of 5.
Wow.
Thank you.
He basically answered everything in the what would be considered the approved, but not only approved, but like the what you want a person to think and feel like. A good human. That's right, Jake.
Number 5 on the pussy scale.
You got a 5.
I also think, though, it's so funny because if I were to take this same quiz maybe 15 years ago, I think it would have been totally different.
You
I guess.
shifted.
Yeah, you got soft because you had kids and became a family man.
100%.
Omar did score a 9.4 on the pussy scale. So, keep track. All right. Next up.
Why aren't we doing that quiz?
I don't know where that one is. With a score of 1.6 on a primary psychopathy, but a very high 2.4 on her secondary psychopathy.
That's the worst one, I think.
Oh, yeah, because there's 2 different ways these scores are broken down. There's your primary.
And the secondary is like, I get joy out of other people's pain.
Right.
Like, it makes me happy emotionally.
Vanessa, you finished second to last place.
What a liar.
So there, I don't. Maybe you, Vanessa, didn't understand the question. It's possible, right?
No, I understood. I was pretty neutral, or disagree a little, agree a little.
I think neutral on every question means
you're psycho.
Yes.
If you don't have an opinion,
you don't even have emotions. You're just like neutral, 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 neutral. That's apathy.
With a score of 2, Jake the Nerd.
Whoa.
Woo!
Is next up. He is an island unto himself. I can't believe they said that when he took the quiz. So
I think a lot of people would suspect Jake in a murder, but he would turn out to be innocent. Like, he'd be like, and then the alibi checked out because he was at a weird Magic the Gathering tournament.
So now we got. Did Johnny take this? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did? I don't see Johnny's score here. I have. Oh, there it is. Johnny got a 2.4.
Oh, that's pretty
Johnny,
high.
you are a little bit of a narcissist. You are a Riz master. You are, of that generation that kind of puts themselves first.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't read like half of them because I was kind of rushing this a little bit. But, yeah, I think that's pretty good, though.
All right. Thanks for the honesty. Barely beating Johnny. Barely beating Johnny.
Who did half the quiz.
With a score of 2.6 would be yours truly, me.
Wow.
Which means, and I was pretty much even, which is interesting. It shows I had a 2.6 and a 2.5 on the primary and the secondary psychopathy
So you're
scale.
right in the middle, essentially.
So I'm just kind of like, at least both of those are similar. But with the resounding score, and maybe the highest score ever in the history of this quiz, higher than 84.7% of anyone who's ever taken this quiz.
Jesus. Wow.
With a score.
Are you serious?
Of 3.5. Primary psychopathy.
I'm
Allie,
scared to be here.
is the effective aspects.
You shut your mouth!
You have the effective aspects of psychopathy.
Stop yelling at me, Mom!
A lack of empathy for others and tolerance for antisocial orientations.
Oh, I love antisocial orientations.
Your
Can I get more
score,
of
your
those?
secondary score was lower, as a 1.7.
See,
which,
that's what's important.
it's not.
Yeah, because the second one is what makes you truly crazy.
The official terminology for what you have according to this is crazy bitch. And
look, I also, when I answered some questions, I was like, I'll just put like somewhat agree because I don't want to seem too crazy.
Yeah, but you know that. So now, once again, what have we learned here today? Most of us are
Don't
good
mess
people.
with me.
Allie is a crazy psycho, and that's what we learned. We'll be right back with your ADD news from that psycho over there. Then we'll give you your first pair of tickets. They are coming up very soon. If you want to join us and see that psycho in person on Sunday, Bad Omens at the KROQ Spooky Space. That's all coming up next on KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Let's get to your news now. Then we get into a brand new hour of the show. The first thing we do when we get into that hour is get your name on the standby list. You'll be the first name on a brand new standby list. This time it's The Offspring in Barcelona, Spain. It's just fun to say it. Go ahead. You're having a rough day, start to the week, just say Barcelona. Try to say it like that. If you do it the right way, you'll instantly feel better, and we'll get you on the standby list and give you tickets to see them right here at their upcoming show at the Kia Forum. That'll all be happening in about 5 minutes. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Okay, so we talked about the Oscars, but let's also talk about its runtime and the in memoriam. The Oscars only went 45 minutes over their end time last night. It kind of thought that 3.9 earthquake was LA trying to play off the Oscars. How did they honor the movie makers, though, that are no longer with us? Obviously, a tribute to Gene Hackman was a given, but they also featured people like Michelle Trachtenberg, Shelley Duvall, Bob Newhart, James Earl Jones. Morgan Freeman came out and did a special tribute to Gene Hackman because not only were they co-stars, but they were friends. Hold on a sec.
It was a nice tribute. Anything from Morgan Freeman. That's the voice you want to give
Oh, my
you a
God,
tribute.
I know, and it's so comforting.
And I lost a dear friend, Gene Hackman. Gene always said, I don't think about legacy. I just hope people remember me as someone who tried to do good work. So I think I speak for us all when I say, Gene, you'll be remembered for that and for so much more. Rest in peace, my friend.
I just love hearing him speak. He could be saying something powerful like tributizing Gene Hackman, or he could just be talking about what he ate for lunch, and I would be equally moved. But this is...
I should have got Gilbert Gottfried. I think that would have been better. Yeah.
Gene! You do it.
He was a good guy. Let's talk about the work. But this was also the song that they chose for the In Memoriam. And it just sounded a little over-the-top depressing. Like, I know it's a depressing thing to talk about the people who have died, but this song is so sad to me. Like, overly sad. I think we can be a little more gentle and celebratory rather than, like, this is literal doom and sadness song.
Better song. Wouldn't feel so sad. There's Shelley Duvall. Look at her. So you hear that? See that song? And less sad.
So another weird moment from Conan O'Brien, one of Conan O'Brien's bits, is that they brought out some of the LA firefighters and let them tell jokes that Conan O'Brien couldn't tell. So he had them reading some of the more, I guess, writing the line edgy jokes, but even they were very, very safe jokes.
Well, our hearts go out to...
This is a firefighter.
Well, our hearts go out to all of those who have lost their homes. And I'm talking about the producers of Joker 2.
Good joke.
It is a good joke, but I'm like, why couldn't Conan O'Brien say that?
He could have. He's just trying to make it funny.
He's like, you have to laugh because they're heroes.
Yeah, they're firefighters. They can do no wrong. So he
to play Bob Dylan, Timothy Chalamet learned how to sing. In fact, his singing was so good, he almost lost the part.
Great burn. Nice burn on Bob Dylan. There.
And then the final one was a burn on Conan himself.
And finally, Pasadena Fire Department Captain Jody Slicker.
It's great to be back with Conan. Usually when he calls, he's stuck in a tree.
Okay.
All right, well, that one bombed, but still.
It's a delivery issue. But regardless, I enjoyed that. I didn't really see a lot of the Oscars, but I did see that part of it. And I said, all right, they're trying stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to try stuff in the Oscars and then go, oh, that kind of worked. All right, Mark Zuckerberg.
By the way, our firefighters, I just noticed, they're very good looking. I don't know how they picked the ones that got to go up on stage at the Oscars.
Of course, they tried to pick hot ones that could deliver a line.
Yeah, it was really kind of incredible. I was looking at it going, I wonder if the rest of the country is looking at this going, man, LA's got some really good looking firefighters.
Yeah. For your wife's birthday, especially if it is a big birthday, are you planning anything that extravagant?
I have not started yet, but I am supposed to, and she has been dropping not so subtle hints about a lot of things.
Yeah, so some people are mostly men, are getting upset with Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, what's not to get upset with? He's cringe on a daily basis. But the Benson Boone-themed 40th birthday tribute to his wife was absolutely insane and over the top, and he came out in an all-sequin blue outfit and sang to her on stage, and everyone was like, this is super cringe, and I would never do this, and I hope his balls are okay, but you're making everybody else look bad, man. Like, he goes so over the top.
I don't think he's making anybody look bad. He's just making a fool of himself.
I mean, that's true, but also it's like, if somebody's going to go over the top for a 40th birthday, people do think about for themselves, what's my husband going to do for me?
But this guy's very look at me. Like if I had all the money in the world, I would hire, my wife's favorite band or something, of that nature. Like, for him to hop on stage or whatever, like I've said before, this guy is making up for something. He did something incredibly bad in the past to his wife.
Getting himself out of trouble, for sure. Yep.
And also, I got news for you. No woman's dream is to have Mark Zuckerberg sing to her.
Especially in that outfit.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of dreams out there, and Omar's right. Get a band she likes. Like it's one of those things where
get actual Benson Boone.
Made her day about him, which is weird. Yep. Brand new hour of the show starts now, and the very first thing we do is reward you handsomely. Caller 20, 800-520-1067. Sends you to see The Offspring, not once, but maybe twice. That's next, KROQ.
This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, a brand new week has begun. A brand new month has begun as well. Welcome to March on a Monday. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. If you're listening on KROQ or perhaps watching along, streaming live on YouTube now. Some people check this out Friday for the very first time. Record numbers on that YouTube. People enjoying all of the antics that took place in the studio between the hours of 6 and 10 a.m. And we appreciate you continuing to check us out. And hashtag grow the show. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a coworker, tell a family member, or force your child to listen and tell them that they won't get dessert unless they do.
I'm perfectly willing to sit on an egg for an extended period of time if it will get you watching the live stream.
Yeah, I think the reason people are so excited about this video currently, Shadow and Jackie,
2 pips,
is because eggs are so expensive. They just like looking at eggs. People are like, oh, man, if only we could buy those eggs.
Oh, man, that's a good-sized egg.
Good
Have you noticed that eggs are getting smaller?
Yeah.
I on top of everything.
Right.
I'm like, how are they doing shrinkflation with chickens?
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think, are we still doing that eggs for a year thing? I think we're about to announce that we're going to be giving a listener, maybe multiple listeners, eggs for an entire year. It's the very least we can do, but I think there's not a hotter commodity out there. And again, eggs, that's got to be a prize worth a couple $1 million, I would imagine. And hopefully sometime in the next few days we can announce our eggs for a year giveaway that we'll be hooking you up with. Right now,
and we throw in these ones.
Which ones?
Jackie and Shadow.
Oh, yeah, we'll throw in those ones as well. And the world will watch. You'll have a built-in YouTube audience. Let's say hi to caller 20, which puts us on someone by the name of Nicole from the 714. Good morning, Nicole.
Hi. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. This is unbelievable.
Do you know what this means for you?
Yes. Offspring tickets, and I'm going to Barcelona, Spain. Please.
Well, we will find out about that in a week. If we call you back in 1 week's time, that means you're packing your bags and getting on the plane. For the time being, though, yes, you are going to be on the standby boarding list.
And I like the manifesting.
I like it. Say it out loud. It's like it's already happening. And this is the band you will be seeing.
You gotta keep them separated. So if you don't break, just overcompensate. At least you know you can always go on Ricky Lake. Gotta get away from me. I want you. Now, why don't you get a talk? Now that you got away. Live alone, I'll put up in your mind. Got a bad habit, that's all I want. It's okay, 'cause I got no self-esteem.
Hit after hit after hit, nothing but bangers from the Offspring. And Nicole, you will be seeing them already. Just won yourself tickets to go to the Kia Forum show on August 29th. And you're on that standby list to go see them again real soon, all right? Thank you for starting your day with us here at KROQ. And just like that, Allie, another satisfied customer as we get into a brand new hour of the show with lots going on.
Feels good to satisfy a woman.
That's the first time I've ever... Hold on, let me just find out. Put her back on hold. I want to make sure she's satisfied. Nicole, are you satisfied?
I'm very satisfied. Thank you for that.
You've never heard that before. Great. Well, good stuff, KROQ. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. I know that there's certain things when you are a person that you can do to just be a better than decent person, and then there's certain things you can do to be an a-hole. And I think some people decide I'm going to be a decent person, other people decide I'm going to be an a-hole.
There are some people who think they're decent people that then are a-holes in secret.
That happens as well. And I'm curious as to what you think about this situation. I was sitting outside of a place on Sunday eating food went to get food with my kids. One of those places you order up front, and then they give you a number, you go sit outside. There were some tables, but there was not enough chairs at the table.
Well, it becomes Wild West when there's no servers. It's just kind of every man for themselves.
You're absolutely right. There's people hovering. There's people waiting. There's people that are like saying, like, I called dibs on that. And you're
you
like,
called dibs on the table, then they're not cleaned off, and you're like,
Right.
I don't care.
Right, and there's other people that are like, but I have food, so I should get priority. So I was like, but I was here first. I should get priority. And the restaurants just seem to let it go. They're like, yeah, whatever. They'll figure it out.
And then there's always one random guy working on his computer at the biggest table.
Yeah.
Just by himself.
Yeah, with no food.
No
like,
food.
How's that guy there?
He's just there.
So I find a table that has one chair at it, which is already pretty sad. And I'm able to grab another chair that's nearby and put that there. So now I got 2. I need 4 total. Actually, I was going to settle for 3 because I figured I could just put one of the kids on my lap, and that'd be 3. So then I see a table next to the one I'm at, and it's got 2 people at it and 2 extra chairs. And I say to the guy, hey, any chance I could get one of those chairs? And he said, nah, we're going to need it. Like that.
Did he say we have someone coming?
Didn't say he had someone coming. And I wanted to follow up with, like, oh, are you going to have other people joining you? But I felt like that was, if the guy said he needs I assume if he says he needs the chair, there's going to be other people coming.
Was the chair occupied by a bag or anything like that?
One of the chairs was occupied by a bag. The other chair was a completely empty chair.
And that's the one that did you put your hands on the chair? Like, hey.
I pointed to the chair. I said, hey, can I get that chair? Like that. And he goes, we're going to need it. So I dropped it. And I decided to then have my wife sit down with one of the kids on her laps. The other kid sat in the other chair, and I just stood by the table.
That is...
What?
Yeah, I know. Terrible situation.
Like some hovering creep?
Yeah, exactly. Hovering creep over the table, like a lifeguard.
Wow.
Like I was the lifeguard of their meal.
Did you at least lean somewhere?
Yeah, I leaned into my food to eat it, and then every time I would drop it, it would fall into my kid's head.
And there was no other chair anywhere in the vicinity.
I was looking, dude, and chairs were not. But meanwhile,
I'd rather eat in my car at that point.
Meanwhile, Omar, the entire time I stood there eating, I'm looking at this guy that told me I couldn't have a chair, and it's sitting right there.
Did he have his leg on it, a foot on it, or his arm on it?
He was resting nothing. It was just sitting there, and he wasn't even doing that thing where he was looking back to see if someone was coming.
Yeah.
He wasn't on his phone going like, yeah, we're outside in front. You can find us here. So was
he looking at you standing up and
he
just kind of like giggling to himself,
I was
sucker?
Staring at his chair the whole time, eating my food, staring at his chair, like trying to do that mental mind shift where I'm like, come on. Eventually, this guy's going to look over here and be like, even if he had someone coming, couldn't he have said, hey, just take the chair for now. If my buddy comes, it's my chair. But he doesn't say it, and I stand there for the entire, and this was not that long, it was about 20 minutes, but for the entire 20 minutes of eating, Allie, I'm standing.
It's the longest you've stood.
It's the longest I've ever stood in my life. And not once did anyone come to this guy's table, which means he had an extra 2 chairs, one for a purse and one for just sitting there.
You don't know what this man is going through. Maybe his brother died, and this was his favorite place to eat.
Right.
And he had to leave an empty chair for his brother who's no longer with us. And taking the chair away would be taking away his memory.
Yeah, well, he didn't say, even if he had said that, I would have said that is the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Maybe he has a great imaginary friend.
Maybe he's afraid of lions. That's how he's going to keep him back.
Right.
A
lot of reasons.
All good points, guys. But I mean, I just, at some point, finally at the end, I walked away and just kind of gave him one more look, and I said on the way out, I just said as I was leaving, I said, well, I'm glad you kept that chair. Like that.
Ew. What did he say?
Yeah, I said, and he just looked at me and just kind of waved, like a real, I don't even know if he had to have seen me standing there. I was standing right next to him eating the whole time, standing like an animal.
Did you say it to him, or did you mutter it where he couldn't hear you?
I muttered it, so he couldn't hear me.
Really told him.
Good.
That's right. I guess he works here. He was standing there.
Join the Mile High Club.
Heck yeah, let's go. Well, how would you like to join the Mile High Club?
Oh my God, thank you guys.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 7. Go emo while exploring the Gothic Quarter. Take a dip at one of the best beaches in the world and snap a selfie with a Picasso when you flamenco dance your way to see The Offspring in Barcelona, Spain.
This is Dexter. I'm Noodles from The Offspring, and I'm reading this, can't you tell?
Listen to 9, noon, 3, and 6 and instantly win tickets to their show at the Kia Forum August 29th. You'll get on the standby boarding list to see him again in Barcelona. Courtesy of Live Nation and Concord Records.
You're listening to the world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water, straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
Allie has been taking heat for a while because her wife is very friendly and social. And there have been quite a few things that have come up on this radio show over the years that some of them that I witnessed, like the time we went to Beach Life Festival and she was hitting on that bartender. Got her number, and then ended up watching Atlantis with her on her shoulders or something.
I believe it was Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow, whatever. One of the most.
Why do you say that like you're proud of your wife? Got her number.
She is proud of her. Because
my wife loves me, and she is a very unique person that people want to talk to and want to know. And I'm proud of that about my wife. Yes, there are times where if she's just drinking with my friend and they happen to be topless, I have questions. But overall, I think she is an incredibly loyal, special person, and that's why people flock to her. That's why she's the Riz Master, as Johnny would call her.
Right, but there's also
you know, a lot of those people, like, I don't know who that yoga guy is who had that brothel of women. I forget his name, but... Bikram, yeah, that guy, had the same quality. Everybody wanted to get to know him, and look how that dude turned out.
And that's kind of what my wife is doing. She does Bikram yoga.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she
practices
his new Bikram.
And she stays late with the yoga teacher. And
she
does
private lessons,
privates.
Yeah. Yes, and she has
private lessons and private parts they do.
Well, also the owner was kind of massaging her with THC oil one day, which was not a part of what she paid for whatsoever. And none of that's ever happened to me. But what happened the other day is my wife works from home. She's a therapist. I went into...
And she uses that voodoo on you, so whenever you confront her with one of these things, and there's a lot of things we just brought up.
This is triggering for you, and you're projecting. What's really going on?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'll just go make dinner.
She does some weird Yoda stuff, and next thing you know, Allie's like apologizing and cooking. It's like crazy. I don't know how she does it, but I got to start getting into this therapy thing on the other side, because you learn some weird hypnotism or something.
So I went into the room to grab something, and I notice her computer is set up where she works, and sitting to the side of her computer is her wedding ring. Both the wedding ring and the wedding band. And I'm going, wow, she just finished with a client. She obviously took the wedding ring off for the session for some reason. Why would she have her wedding ring off? Wouldn't you ask questions if your wife took her wedding ring off at all? I know some people take it off if they have construction jobs or whatever. Maybe there's some reason why they don't have it at work or whatever. My wife is not one of those people. She's literally sitting in a chair. Why would she be taking off her wedding ring for any reason?
Well,
I would not even notice if
really?
my wife wasn't wearing it. Yeah, I would not
guys
notice.
Don't notice.
I feel the same about wedding rings that I do about manicures. Never noticed one ever. They get done all the time. I wouldn't notice if my wife came home missing all of her fingers. Wouldn't notice. Wouldn't notice.
As long as her mouth worked.
And she says, and she'll say to me things like, "Did you notice I got
fingers?
I got a manicure today," and I'll say, "Nope, didn't even know you had hands."
So would it bother you though if you did notice?
I
would
don't
definitely bother you.
I don't even really know if she wears the wedding ring or not wear the. I think it's all about if it goes with the outfit or something.
What?
Yeah, I don't think. Sometimes I think she has other rings on that aren't mine. Maybe she's married to other people. I don't know about.
That bother you? That then she's walking around and people don't know she's married?
Listen, I know. I don't. First of all, I don't think wearing a wedding ring or not wearing a wedding ring matters at all anymore, because I think that sometimes people wear fake ones so they think they'll get hit on less, and I just don't think people care. I don't think anyone respects the ring regardless.
No, I think they do, dude. I think you're wrong.
I agree.
You think people now...
Oh, yeah, dude. I've been in situations where I've been in, talking or whatever, and then they notice the ring, and then they back off.
Yeah, women notice. Guys don't notice.
Yeah, I don't think
I think guys don't care.
Maybe that's what it is. Guys don't care.
Girls care.
Right. They're like, hey, is that wedding ring real? And then...
So I decided to ask her about it because you guys are always in my head now about this stuff. And I just wanted to know what you think about her response because she gave a few different reasons of why she didn't have it on.
Okay, this is what Ali's wife said.
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern.
Okay, well, she sounds like it's been a long road, huh?
This is a dangerous concentration, and that's a dangerous concentration of power.
Okay, that's President Biden. Excuse me.
Thank you so
Well
much.
said.
Biden.
Hold on, I got to find this clip. What's this clip called from your wife? I'm trying to find it here.
Here I can.
Is it? Oh, it's cheating wife. Here we go.
No, it's called cheating bitch. I've got it. Right.
Ali's gonna listen. This is Ali confronting her wife here.
I wanted to ask you because I noticed something yesterday. I wanted to ask you because I noticed something the other day.
What is all that noise? What are you wearing? Corduroys? You eating something?
I don't know. We're in the kitchen. There's a lot going on.
Is that Vanessa eating another piece of meat?
As soon as I get home, I put a lot of things in my
Sounds
mouth.
very loud. Yeah, go ahead. You want to ask her something?
I walked into the guest room after you were finished with a client, and I noticed that your wedding ring was off and it was on the table.
Man.
What the hell? Wait.
She just
literally just laughed in your face. What the?
What a great... I mean, I'll tell you.
Come on.
You
caught me.
Get back to chopping.
I noticed you were having sex with another person in front of me.
All right.
She didn't really validate. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Validate?
She's about to respond.
Well, her
Not
first response
validate,
was
but...
cackling in your face.
That was... play that back.
Yeah, I mean, that is wild.
Okay.
You confront her. I mean, it's a fair question. Why take it off?
I walked into the guest room after you were finished with a client, and I noticed that your wedding ring was off and it was on. Oh, go away, you silly bitch. The table.
Yeah, because I was cleaning it. I
While
made
you were working?
No, I cleaned it. I don't know when I took it. I was cleaning it during one of Wesley's baths.
Already weird, right?
Story's getting...
What? That does not make sense.
Her story has already changed.
Cleaning the table. I thought you said
By the way, don't you just let it soak or some BS
She
like that?
said she was cleaning her ring, and that's why she took it off. But I'm like, while you were in a session, you were cleaning it? And then she goes, no, it was at a different time, and I just happened to put it there. And I'm like, what?
I might have taken it off during work and then cleaned it while he was having a bath, and then before the fires.
She's a terrible liar. Terrible liar. Wow, this is crazy.
Okay.
She's bringing up the fires now.
Allie, does this not concern you?
Well, it gets more concerning later.
Happened.
What?
I made sure to put them back on my finger. Both of them were off.
Right, because that would be the first thing that you make sure you put back on.
Put your phone away.
I'm just saying that it was sitting there as if maybe you have a client that,
Oh, no.
that you don't want to know is married, and then you take it off when you have their sessions. And
No, I think I have done that before, though.
Oh, man.
What?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Wait
no
a
way.
minute. Hold on. So your biggest fear is that she's got certain clients that maybe she doesn't want.
she's married.
She likes to play single for whatever reason.
For whatever reason. And then she's like, but I have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
It's a great idea. I thought of it years ago.
This is your opportunity
This is the
to walk away.
Jedi. She's setting it up for the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, I hear it. You're
Just a setup.
You're absolutely right. There's like that weird thing
You
that's...
openly admit to it, you can't be held accountable.
What am I supposed to do with this?
She's great at this.
She really is great at it, Allie. And it is crazy because all of a sudden, I don't even know whose side I'm on anymore now.
Right.
I think I'm on.
It's genius. That's unbelievable.
Cheating from faraway lands.
I mean,
she has never been caught because she tells
So
people.
first she laughs, then she says, no.
A weird cleaning excuse.
Right, I was cleaning something or other. And then it was, no, but I do that also, yes.
When you have their sessions. And
No, I think I have done that before, though.
Well, why? Why would you do that?
Because when I first started working, I didn't want anyone to know anything about me.
So you would take your wedding ring off on every session?
Or for my day at work. It didn't last very long.
You hear Allie's brain break there.
I'm like,
That's awesome.
She's good, man. She is really good. show. Perhaps you felt the jolt last night as you were going to sleep or just getting home or whatever the case may have been.
Man.
Big jolt. A lot of people still recovering. 3.9 or North Hollywood.
Some people like Klein are still recovering.
Real shaker. Still have not been able to sleep. Really messed me up good,
I got
man.
PTSD.
Well, there's no one you can sue for that, but if you've been playing a lot of video games lately, apparently there's lots of people you can sue. There's a class action suit that's been going on now that claims that if you've spent any serious amount of time playing any games, app games, traditional video games, etc., you could be entitled to real money, and a woman just got paid out because she claimed that her Candy Crush addiction was crippling.
Well, there's endless levels.
Endless.
I'm at level 1069, I believe.
Yeah, and you're nowhere near the end. And if you ever get to the end, they'll just make more levels.
Yes, because it's very easy to just make more levels.
She finally ended up getting paid close to $250,000 because they agreed that she was right. And the way that the video game manufacturers operate now is that they are supposedly, this is according to the class action lawsuit that's going on right now.
Man, she could probably buy so many Crush combos with that $250,000.
She sure could. They are embedding, quote, addictive psychological features into popular games like Minecraft, GTA 5, Fortnite. This is proposally done to hook players, compelling them to spend excessive time and money on gaming.
Of course.
This is what they're designed to do.
If they're good at their jobs, that's what they're doing.
Now, I guess that, like anything else, they claim that if they can find proof that they were attempting to get people to get, quote, addicted and spend money and spend time to the point now where they're saying people are missing school, missing jobs,
Any video
relationships.
game is designed to have you keep playing. They want you to play as long as you can.
But for whatever reason, I don't know where that line is. Now there's a giant class action lawsuit that's going on. That
and you can
says,
do it with our phones. You
can
can
do
do it
everything.
with social media. You could do it with
the notifications.
Girl
Yes.
Scout
Releases that
cookies.
dopamine. Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies, all of it.
Literally, you can find anything addicting, and we find everything addicting now. I was just actually reading about how people are getting addicted to AI and chatbots, because if you're lonely and you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to AI as long as you want to, and people are now like speaking to them so often that they feel like they can't go without it, like it's a friend of theirs that they need to constantly be checking in with.
Well, there's a wellness retreat that apparently has just opened up for people that were addicted to the day trading of the cryptocurrency.
Well, that's just like gambling.
Overpowering, and all the emotions, the highs, the lows, that they said, this is overtaking my entire life. I've gone completely broke. I decided to go all in on Fartcoin, and it bankrupted my family, and now I got to check into a rehab to deal with this. But are we becoming more addicted? You think as a society now we are just getting addicted easier to things?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the internet is to blame, but I also think that they know, like, we are consumers. That's what we do. We consume content, we consume new products, everything.
Right, we're like termites.
Yes, exactly. We consume everything in our path. And whether you are somebody who's addicted to gambling, whether it's, online or in person, somebody like me would be finding an addiction in places like Temu and deal hunting and things like that, where I look at my Temu app and there's a spinning wheel going spin, spin, spin. You can win 100% off these 10 items. And I'm like, and it's all programmed to trigger that same part of your brain that wants more, more, more. What's the next thing? What's the next rush?
But I don't believe all addictions are respected the same. Because if you were to meet someone and they're like, oh man, I was crazy addicted to heroin for a while and now I'm on the recovery. People are like, hey man, props, good work, man. That's not easy to kick heroin. But if someone else is like,
a Fartcoin guy?
I'm addicted to Fartcoin. I've been playing the meme. Like, it was like, dude, you're not addicted to anything. Like, get the F out of here.
Well, I think having an embarrassing addiction is tough. Like, yes, if you have something traditional, that's, you have your own things that you've done to get drugs or alcohol or whatever, and you have those stories and you have a shame attached to that, etc. But there's a different shame attached when you say, I spent 7 hours last night on online bingo.
909 says, Allie, not to rub it in, but I'm on level 9,345 on Candy Crush. You got a long way to go.
No, yeah, I was doing it like every single day. And then I actually got mugged because I was walking down the street at night on Candy Crush, and because I couldn't stop playing, and I had like a 5-minute walk ahead of me, and because I was looking down at my phone and not paying attention, I got mugged, and then my phone got stolen, and then I had to start my Candy Crush streak all over again.
My levels.
I know, all the candies that I popped.
Probably crushing right now. Yeah, I wonder, is there something that you are currently addicted to? Like, defend your addiction. Like, for instance, you're into it, it's probably gotten to that point of, I think that even buying stuff on Amazon has become a weird addiction for certain people because they just kind of can't get through the day without looking and getting, especially if you're constantly getting the updates of what's arriving. And it's very easy now for us to fall into the trap. I'm curious. We'll share with you ours. Love to hear yours. You can text, you can call 800-520-1067.
So my wedding ring that I got you is your most prized possession?
Honey, I made
and
sure
you're cleaning
I
it?
almost got up during a session to put it on my finger because I
wasn't getting anywhere with this client.
Almost is not doing it.
Yeah,
no
this
kidding.
is wild. Damn, she's good, man. She's damn good.
Wow.
Incredible.
over here.
You should feel naked without it.
I did. Yes.
That's why it was hot.
Yes.
Well,
get out of here,
You feel better? You confronted her now, or worse?
I don't know what should I feel? Is everyone just confused at this point? Because I am.
She's doing sessions feeling naked.
Allie, this is exactly how cheating dudes react, according to the text line.
They laugh.
How can you trust? This is insane. These are not the affairs you're looking for.
An affair I did have.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Allie, that laugh is a very guilty laugh, and that's coming from a straight man.
So what do you think the game plan is here?
For her or for me?
Like, what do you think? That's your theory that there's some client that she's a little flirty, and she takes the ring off so it looks like no attachments, maybe? That's what you think?
No, guys, I believe her.
Oh, man. All right. Well, there you have it. Well, kudos to running
Because the force is with me.
The force is definitely not with you at all.
562 said the laughing gives her time to think of an excuse. That's what the laughing is for. It's delaying the let me think of something.
She came up with a terrible excuse.
And I still bought it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she literally told me.
And then she then she backtracked her excuse and go, that's right, I'm doing what you're accusing me of. And you still were like, yep, you're right, sorry. Wow. All right, process that for a second, huh? Show. Thank you to everyone on the text line that said that our show has become their most unhealthy addiction, and now I feel like I must listen, and when I'm not listening, I'm missing out on stuff, so much so that I listen to the podcast afterwards, and I'm getting the shakes. So thank you for that. Greatly appreciate you. Talking addictions now. Apparently a giant class action suit is underway for anyone who feels like they've been addicted to video games or apps because they're designed to get you hooked and keep you there forever, and that's not okay. People addicted now these days to cryptocurrencies. My addiction is old school. It's gambling. That's the thing. When I get around a casino and I start hearing those noises,
do you gamble every day?
I could gamble every day. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you could, but do you?
Not every day, but that's just because I'm a little tapped right now. But if I got a little bit more in the reserves, I could see myself gambling every
And how
day.
far in the hole have you been before?
Well, there's a listener to this show that called in to bet me $100 on that Tyson fight. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet him on the. I thought Tyson was going to win, and I owed him $100, and then I was going to pay him on the side because I pay all my debts. And then he wrote to me, "You want to double?"
Said with confidence.
Want to double or nothing?
Because I pay all my debts.
He
Yeah,
goes, "You want to double or nothing?" And I go, "Sure, let's double or nothing." We went up to 2. I was down 2. Then I was down 4. Then I was down 8. And I think I currently owe him over $1,000.
Yeah, but you've owed more than that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why I moved to the West Coast. I owed a bookie a ton of money on the East Coast.
How much money?
North of 20.
Wow.
Yeah, north of 20.
And then you ran away from that?
But I was up for a period before then. And
Did you explain that to him? He'll probably understand.
He's in jail now for another 4 years, and then I'll have to deal with that. But for the time being.
Oh, my God. What if you were the first person he found?
He may. Jeremiah on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your addiction?
I've been addicted to World of Warcraft since 2004, and I've lost a marriage over it, lost 3 or 4 jobs over it.
Wow, that's a real deal addiction. This guy's up for that class action lawsuit money right there.
So, how long have you been playing?
Since 2004, since it came out.
So, you've been playing for 20 plus years, and you still find it that interesting?
It's ever changing, and then they re-released all the original content. So when everybody started complaining that the new stuff's getting boring, they're not creating new things, they re-released the old stuff that we had all the nostalgia for, and everybody went back to that.
When your wife,
they're making small changes.
When your wife said to you at some point, "It's me or World of Warcraft," you clearly made your choice, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Did she give you a chance to save the marriage and say look, I'll stay with you, but you got to give up this World of Warcraft? And you're like, sorry, you don't have new levels every week like this does.
No, there was no chance. It was just, hey, I'm not getting enough attention. This other person gives me attention that I so need and desire. So she kind of fell in love with someone else because all my attention was either a work if I was working and then come home and 12 hours a day World of Warcraft.
And what jobs did you lose?
Oh, man, I've been a general manager of, a bowling alley, a general manager of, at the time, a Subway up in Washington.
Oh,
cushy gig.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where are you at now? Where are you at now in your addiction? Pretty deep still?
I'm on my way home to play World of Warcraft.
Oh, man, you are deep.
Yeah, but you have a job now, right?
Yeah, that's the funny part, because what my job is, you think I could beat my addiction to World of Warcraft.
What is your job?
I'm a substance abuse counselor, so I help people with other addictions.
Do you come clean with them and tell them, I get what you're going through?
Oh yeah, I have self-disclosure that, hey, man, just because you beat one addiction doesn't mean you're not susceptible to other ones. Because I did overcome a drug addiction in my life, and one of the ways I overcame that is some good friends of mine who actually cared about me bought me a computer in 2004 and bought me World of Warcraft.
Oh, man. Look at that. That's the irony of that.
Let me hand you your next addiction.
Put away the drugs. Get a sweet router. Matt, what are you addicted to?
I am somewhat addicted to sniffing blankets and old T-shirts.
Now, with the blankets, is it the smellier the better, or are you like clean ones?
The smellier the better.
Man.
Really, before my old one got thrown away, I had it since I was a baby. And it just calmed me down.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I smell my blankie every single night.
Yeah, but you still do, Allie?
Yeah, but it's a ratted mess.
Yeah, it is gross.
And I recently found out that the T-shirt that I used to create the blankie is now a vintage T-shirt worth hundreds of dollars.
But Matt, this is an addiction that's kind of a secret addiction, right? This hasn't cost you relationships. This hasn't cost you jobs, has it?
I just never thought it would be romantic to, to sniff a blanket with a girl.
It can be. Next.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're speaking to Allie on this one. Ruben, what is your current...
Stop doing what you're doing.
What is your current addiction? Apparently we're more addicted to things now than ever before. There's lots of addictions now.
Right now, they're spending my money on Pokemon cards.
And you're buying the packs hoping that you open up and you get one of those valuable ones, or is it buying the ones that already have value hoping they go up?
Both. I buy singles and then I'd still buy packs hoping I get the good ones.
Because that is the rush. I remember that rush. I haven't bought cards in a while, but the rush that you would open up a pack and get a Shaq Beam Team card, or you'd get some sweet vintage card. Nowadays, they're putting there's so much talk about, like, they put this, they put a Mike Trout card in a pack randomly, and if you happen to get that card, it's worth, game over, retire time.
We go back to what we were talking about. That's how they're designed.
Right, of course.
They're designed to keep you buying them because you might get something good. It's that same part of your brain.
This card has a piece of Shohei Ohtani's sock in it. It's worth $40 million.
Just saying, you can't sue everybody.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
This is America.
We could sue everybody, and we will. I wish we had time for more of these calls because they're fascinating, but we got to wrap up the show. Turn it over to Nicole Alvarez. Your favorite addiction is about to come to an end next on KROQ. Show. The morning began with us giving away a trip to see Justice in Denver, Colorado to this very excited listener.
Oh, my God.
That was that guy. That was pretty much where he peaked. His excitement level tailed immediately after that.
Yeah.
Into nothing. If you would like that experience, you'll have another chance to hop on a brand new standby boarding list today at noon, 9, noon, 3, and 6 all week. Get you to Barcelona, Spain to see the great Offspring, and you get tickets to see them right here as well. So just keep listening to KROQ. Nicole will have more for you coming up in less than, right around 2 hours from right now on KROQ. All right, takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
Let's see. Oh, this is a different song.
Yeah, it's loading. The machine crapped out. I had to reboot
what's
it.
happening?
I had to reboot the machine.
Let's see. 818, my takeaway is Adrian Brody doesn't know how to wrap it up.
No, he doesn't. Should have had Vanessa in his ear. Man, if she was running that ship,
Oh my God, that thing would be like a 15-minute show. It'd be amazing.
The Oscars on a 15-minute, and she can do the musical performances too. It'd be great.
310, my takeaway is Klein's farts are a 3.9. 909, my takeaway is the Godfather Klein was given an offer he couldn't refuse. 818, my takeaway is rejection is Allie's only streak. And 503,
Such a sad sentence you said today on the show.
Yeah, it's true. 503, my takeaway is Sarah Kushmushi, which is Vanessa singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, well,
I feel
like we should get that song one more time before we get out of here.
Sounds like a good sushi spot.
Put people in a good mood today.
Sarah Kushmushi.
Yeah, this was...
sushi.
I think that's what they say when you walk in.
If you missed it earlier, this was Tone Deaf for Deftones. Tomorrow morning, we will be giving you another chance to win Deftones tickets from us, but take a listen to the sweet sounds of Vanessa doing some Bohemian Rhapsody in her own version.
Sakaramushi, will you do that fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightened me. Galileo, 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 Figaro Magnifico, but I'm just a poor boy.
Beautiful, lovely. There she is. That's the beautiful.
And the most mind-blowing thing is that Vanessa, halfway through practicing, told us that she thought she was doing really good.
Yeah, convinced
I thought I was doing really good, and then I
think it is good.
It's great. I didn't know Fandango was in the lyrics.
They really sold out. What other takeaway? Jake, got a takeaway from today's show?
Yeah, inhaling vomit is punk rock!
Yeah, according to Allie, that is punk rock as punk rock gets. This was earlier in the show today.
Which is punk rock!
Yeah. Omar, got a takeaway?
Pip pip hooray!
Pip pip hooray! We could have a brand new bird tomorrow morning at this time.
They're zooming in right now, dude. They're zooming in.
Very excited. We're all checking out the Eagle Cam. Allie, takeaway?
Ooh, there's a big hole in one of the eggs now.
Really?
Big giant hole.
My takeaway is the key to a good night's sleep is 1 cup of coffee between 2:30 and 3 p.m.
That's all you need. All right, have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. If you need us in the meantime, you can find us, Klein Alley Show, Instagram, Twitter, still there as well. Slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show, or hop on the go line, 844-956-GOAT.
That they feel that that you know they feel that